Okay, let's continue on with more Apologies Ace Trilogy. We should be able to finish this case today and start on the next one, which is the last case of the third game. And then we'll finish that off. Once we get that finished, then we'll stop the stream early for that, depending on how long that takes. Then we'll start on the DLC, do all that, and then once that's all finished, we're done with the game. We should be done with the game. We should have the platinum, we should have everything else, and yeah, a couple of things. So if I finish the game before we reach affiliate, then I will just pick the next game that we do. It's probably gonna be... it depends on when stuff arrives. If the Edgeworth game arrives in time, we'll probably play that. If the game doesn't arrive in time, then I'll figure it out from something else. What else is there? The other thing is, if we do reach affiliate, then what I'll do is I'll make a poll, or I'll do something with channel points, where people can be like, hey, like, I have a selection of games here that people want me to see. Want to see me play, I will be like, hey, just pick what you want. Pick out of these, and we'll go and do those at some point. So I think that's the best way I can go with that. So yeah, our plan is to finish this this trial, and then do the next one, and then take the break, do the DLC, finish the game, and then figure out where we are from there. So we're at 2.8 average at the moment. It's slowly going up, so that means at least that even if I do lose out on some of the other streams, it's going to stay consistently up around that point. So we will see how all that goes. So let us begin. I think that's all I want to say, right? Actually, before I do that, I need to make sure something else is also active. I don't need this anymore. I think that's everything. Yeah, that should be everything. If there's anything else I want to say. Average is already up what it is. We're gonna probably finish this soon. Again, we'll be going for this. It's all good. Why do I feel like I'm not centered? I did center the camera. Alright, so we should be able to easily finish this case today. We've got about 3-ish hours, so I would think we should be able to finish it. If not, we'll see what happens. It doesn't really matter anyway if we don't finish it. And then we will continue with the thing, so... What? Just because I wear perfume and know Owen? Think I'm a murderer? Oh, how could you? The witness is absolutely right. No evidence but the distorted memories of a small child. It is outrageous for the defense to accuse this woman. That's right, you don't even have any proof. You may step down from the stand, Guru. The defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime. Wait just 1 minute. You may not have proof, but Owen's testimony is still... enough. Please feel free to leave, Guru. But I'm so close. There must be something I can do. Well, if the prosecution says it's okay, then I guess I'll be going now.
Silence.
Hoy, Guru, you're an entertainer, aren't you? And you go on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing, leaving halfway through? Oh, it actually deflated the balloon. As well. There's a bandage on Gary's foot. Okay. Yeah, so again, there was only one person it could have been because of all the other potential options. Yeah, now it looks like we've exposed them. Since we know that Mustard Tornado's killer has a cone in their face somewhere. Impossible. How did you know, Simon? I didn't. But I had to take a chance and see for myself. Panda! Welcome in, Panda. Otherwise your theory would remain a groundless accusation. Brought out prosecutors of Marty, scent of perfume, and injury on the forehead. These things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, the mysterious individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Gayru. Sarks? We're at 2.8 average exactly. We reached 2.8 2.8 exactly. Twitch is just teasing us again. It just wants to keep hovering around the 2.8 mark. It's like, can we just like nudge it over like a little bit further, Twitch? Like, can you please be generous to me? I've been working so hard for you, for nothing, for no money, for nothing at all. Just the love and support of my fans. Can you please like nudge it up a bit higher? Nudge it to that 2.9, Twitch. Does that mean you are formally indicting this witness for the murder of Typhoon Tornado?
Talk to them.
Should your accusation prove to be false, I hope you are prepared to pay the price in full. Simon, what price is he talking about? I thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Sadnock is saying he'll see to it you'll never stand in a court of law again. Yeah, we should be able to finish this trial today, I think, considering that we've already like gotten partway through the second part of this trial and it doesn't seem like there's going to be any investigation. I think we're going to be we'll be on our way to finishing the game, close to finishing the game. I must say though, he knows how to make a trial interesting. Just whose side are you on, Simon? Go on then, into the deep end with you. You really have but one choice anyway. Well, Miss Sykes, I'm waiting. Regards to the witness, Garrett tonight if the defense wishes to, I would think we have to indict her because, what other choice do we have, you know? Also, I forgot to complete, I didn't need to check it at all. We usually have to indict them, and I mean, there's no reason why we wouldn't. We need her to do her thing. There's no reason for me to hold back, not if I really believe in my client. The defense wishes to formally indict Gabriel Tornado for the murder of Typhoon Tornado. I have tried to be merciful, but now, not even your pleas will reach the Holy Mother's ears. You will have plenty of time to regret your decision in the pit of hell. Except I might need to. The person who murdered the victim is not Mr. Webb. It's Gabriel Tornado. Bandages? It's just from a silly slip-up I made while cooking yesterday. What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead? Well, what can I say? That's what happened. You also don't have an alibi for the period before 4 PM, do you, Gayru? But, I really didn't know anything wrong until Shisho was found dead. You don't believe me, then but twist. And Bloon! There you have it! An adorable little kitty. I can't remember what voice I did for her. How could you suspect a cutesy little balloon artist like me? Okay, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, but... Oh, you did actually? Yeah, you did, didn't you? This is not the last case. This is the second last case, but we should be able to finish this. So we should be able to start the next case, the last case today. And then after the last case of the main game, we technically have a DLC case after that one, which could take 2 or 3 streams. And if the Edgeworth games arrive in time, we should be... I might just do that next. Assuming I don't reach affiliate, but I'm probably going to do that next anyway, because I need to try to free up space, so... yeah, these are... We're still not over yet. 2 more cases, plus 2 more games that are going to be arriving. Hopefully by the time we finish this. Because I believe they were shipped... What's today? Today's Tuesday. I believe they were shipped a couple of days ago, but they're coming from Japan, so we'll have to wait. But yeah, still got plenty of these to go, I think. About to burst all these balloons. Don't you think I know that? You don't have to come and say it. Imports take... they do, but again, it's already been several days. But again, I also don't stream every day, necessarily, and also, like, once we finish the main game of this, I'll be ending the stream early, because I like to start the DLCs if it's a new part. So the DLC last time took me like 3 parts to finish, so that's like 3 days. Oh, you put Venus flytrap seeds? I didn't know that you were a, I didn't know that you grew those. That's really cool. It's a really cool hobby to have. So, are we the person that we have to blame? So are you the person that we have to blame when the Little Shop of Horrors comes to life? Don't overget the Kogo artist. Never wanted to do stupid balloon art. Sunflower succulents growing San Pedro Pio. Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds nice. Like I can't say I've really like talked to anyone who's like super into like gardening and stuff, but that's yeah, that sounds really cool. She should have told me to do balloon art instead. The victim thought she had no talent as a Rakugo artist either. Have you ever tried growing a bonsai? A bonsai tree? Yeah, having a bonsai tree? It's good for the soul. It's also good for the environment. Growing plants. Good for the environment. So you're still gonna suspect a poor little thing like me? Oh, okay. Please stop trying to skirt the issue. It all comes down to the scent of perfume and the cut on your forehead. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony share these two traits. That's sort of accusing me, aren't you? Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you, with a twisty twist. What's she gonna make? Oh. I'm a cut, you witch! Alright, we've angered the, Oh, okay, that's, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you sound like you understand your plants and trees and stuff. That, yeah, I have no idea. All I know is, like, hey, get plant from nursery, put plant in area, water plant, and then hope that it doesn't die. That's my basis of, gardening. Go ahead, make me testify all you want. When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it? Oh my, is this yet another hidden personality? Simon, is everybody in the Tornado School like this? How should I know? What I did before the murder. Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. Shisho and Owen were in there. They were both storing up a storm. I saw the note Shisho left and I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know. Perfume Owen smelled must have been left over from when I visited. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. Most plants you can just shove in dirt, yeah. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm not a nature expert, so it's like it's a thing. Like some like to be drowned for a lot of time, some like to just be left to chill, some like to be you know, thing. So I think we just kind of just we find what we're looking for, we plant them, we try and water them when we can, but Kara was saying she went into the dressing room but then left right away. Then again, I don't even know if the Australian climate is necessarily a great climate to be growing flowers. Like, I'm sure any climate works for things, but it's like, still, it's like don't take her at her word. Come on, do you really think I would? Just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened. Well then, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Wait, actually, you know, let me actually check something. Is that actually legal here? Let me check. Peyote plants. Destroy it. Let's check the internet for a second. I actually wanna know, because some things are banned. Our states are weird. Like, our states are weird. Yeah, that's the one thing, though. The actual plant itself might be legal to import. Sorry, might be legal to grow from our country, but to actually get it imported into the country is probably, like, one of those things. Yeah, see, that's the thing. So magic mushroom, like, it's just like marijuana. For us here, it's legal to... For us here, it's legal to, take marijuana for medicinal purposes. And also, people are legally allowed to grow it for, those purposes and also use it for medicines. But in this case, like, if they grow already naturally, then that's, yeah, it's weird. Like, I'm looking at stuff here just quickly, just to see what it actually says. Apparently a lot of stuff is, like, legal to just grow normally, but the import laws are just really stupid. Like, pretty much you would need, like, a bunch of certificates just to say, hey, import this plant and all that crap. Like, that's just how it is. These, our laws here are really stupid. Like, our import stuff is really, really strict. Really, really, really strict. Like, we will, like, stop everything coming in. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to thing, but it's like, yeah, our laws are really stupid. I would have to, like, look into that, but it's like, oh, yeah, the Australian Border Force show was, yeah, I watch those a lot. We watch the British ones as well, don't worry. We watch all the British ones, we watch the New Zealand ones, we watch the Australian ones, like, it's all the Canadian one. Like, the Canadian Border Patrol, I'll put this out here right now, the Canadian Border Patrol's show is really, really cool, because they get a lot of stuff. But yeah, now we know why, you're up so late. Cough, cough, wink, wink, may or may not be using the plants as a, remedy to, pick themselves up in the late hours.
Hold it!
Oh no, you're high on life. You're high on life just like I am. Okay, it's a call for your performance, huh? You're high on life just like I am. I'm like the most basic, generic person you'll ever meet. I do none of that. I do nothing. I do nothing. No drinking, no smoking, no drugs, none of that. I am, glue. Oh, I see what you're, yeah. Got to think of it, you mentioned making the same kind of visit. Now, your thing, is your life more colorful than this character right now? I don't necessarily say I hate alcohol. I like the taste of it. Like, I like the idea of, like, using it for cooking and stuff, but drinking it, I've just never, like, I had a bad experience with, well, let's just put it this way. I turned myself away from drinking, which is really strange for someone in Australia to say, considering, drinking is, like, such a big part of our culture. I turned away from drinking because, while I was in school, a friend of mine that I was at a sleepover with got, their drink spiked by a bunch of people. And, they had similar autism spectrum to me, and I just didn't want to, I did not want to drink, because I saw how they reacted, and I basically worried myself into thinking, okay, I don't want that to happen to me, and I don't need alcohol, so I'm just going to abstain from it, because that's basically just my stance on it. I have no problem with people drinking socially and drinking things, but, like, for me, I just never, that isn't my, I like drinking water. I like drinking water, juice, soft drink. That's all my stuff. Like iced coffee. That's pretty much all that I like. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. Our alcohol tax and our like smoking tax. Our taxes are really high for that stuff as well. Like, if you think, in terms of, I think per country, Australia's cigarette taxes, for example, are the highest, some of the highest in the world. Like, it costs a lot of money to buy cigarettes. So, because the idea is supposed to be get people not to use them, but they cost ridiculous amounts. They cost ridiculous amounts. Plus, I think I just had it ingrained in me as a child. I had it ingrained in me as a child, like, hey, don't smoke, don't, you know, overdo something, that sort of stuff. So it's like, you know, Just common courtesy with us Rakugo artists and entertainers. It's just one of those things. So that means you paid the victim a courtesy call before your performance too, right? But it's like I was saying before in one of my streams, nobody sees me from, like, this point down, but I'm constantly moving. Like, I can't, if I'm sitting down, I can't help myself. I need to, like, move. If I'm watching something, I'm always moving my hands. I'm getting, like, I have, it's like a tick. It's like I have a tick to want to, like, do certain things. Did you see it that time? He's having a drink and getting himself into festive mood. You like to say that drinking gave me a silver tongue. He was already drinking by then. But yeah, everyone that I know, like family-wise, they stopped smoking. Like, the last people in my family who stopped smoking after they had their child. So, and obviously they did that because, well, one, smoking bad, and also two, smoking with child bad, so, it's just one of those things. Yeah, you don't see any of my hands, like, on my hand. Like, I'm holding a controller. If I don't have a controller in my hand, I'm constantly moving. I feel like I need to, like, I feel like I need to do something. I can't help it. Also, if I get excited, I sometimes, like, have, like, I fidget as well. And sometimes I can't control that. And, like, obviously, like, some people, like, growing up and that stuff, when I would do that, it was something I couldn't do, and obviously, like, hey, you know, people come in and bully people all the time about all that stuff, and I'm just like, I don't want anything to do with that. Like, I just, I don't know why people go ahead and do that. How close are we to affiliate? We are at 2.8 exactly. 2.8 views exactly. So right on the 2.8. So it's gone up in a couple of days, but it's still sticking around that point. We're getting close. The window wasn't there in the dressing room yet at that time. Must have gone in there during my act, because when I went back. Yeah, we're nearly there. It's one of these cases where I feel like every stream I do, it's gonna be, we're nearly there, everyone. Like, we're nearly there. We're nearly there, but we're not quite there yet. Like, we have that extra push to get to that point. It's one of those, we're nearly there, but we're getting there. We're out of the days of, like, having less than one view, sort of thing. Describe how they appeared. They were both stretching up the floor, snoozing away. Sitting the victim up and over the table must have been the culprit's doing. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate everybody for stopping in and stuff. And like, again, I had a really good stream. Like, despite the trolling with the fake view people and stuff, like, I had a really good time chatting with everyone. Like, that's another reason why I was planning to do that that Jackbox thingy that I wanted to do. Like, I think that would be a really, just again, a really cool idea to just have some chill time, not have to worry about, like, numbers or stress or thing, and just, like, have it just be a few hours of just, let's just have some fun. Well, who wouldn't stretch out on the floor if they could take a nap? Plus, that matches up with that Owen, what Owen said in his testimony. But yeah, I stream at really bad times for people. Like, again, the Australian time zone is like one of the worst time zones, I think, compared to like the larger countries in the world. So like you know, the US, Europe. Again, most of Europe are asleep. The UK are like asleep, unless unless it's Panda who never sleeps. And then, like, the US, it's weird. It's like, it's like either late at night or it's like heading towards that point where they're getting to the late at night. So it's one of those things. Yeah, when we go and do the Jackbox stuff, I will probably post up in my... I'll probably put a post up in the chat. So, people do those messages that play every so often. I'll probably do a thing where that happens, like maybe every, like, I don't know, so many minutes or after so many messages. I will probably, like, I'll probably put something in that's like, hey, can, you know, like, we're gonna be doing, once I get the date set, it'll probably be like a weekly or 2 weekly, bi-weekly thing. But, you know, we'll try and get something together. We'll grab some of the people from the Discord, we'll grab some people that I've got in the chat, we'll grab a couple of other things, and we'll just have some fun. We'll just have some fun every week, or 2 weeks, whenever people are available. The day will probably be, I'm thinking Monday for me, which is Sunday for everybody else. It just depends on when that is, and I have to make sure that I'm, like, ready to go. The good thing is that Jackbox is really fast and easy to set up, because all I have to do is just, like, I don't have to do a bunch of things. But yeah, Panda is definitely here for the Hello Kitty roller adventure stream. He's definitely into that. I've known the guy for ages. I look at his face and know which one I'm dealing with. See. Counting down the days to our kawaii adventures. I mean, like, yeah, that's basically what we're in for here. That's what this stream's all about. So admit that the scene Owen smelled when he witnessed the crime. It was from your perfume. Yeah, I haven't planned it yet, because I wanted to see. I was gonna say, like, do it for the 29th for most people, 30th for me, but the issue is that, like, one of my regulars wants to join in, and their wife's birthday's on the 29th, so if they're not gonna be here, I think it might be best to just... October might be, I mean, October, new month, like, if we reach affiliate by October, or within September, like, October might just be a good time to do it. Like, this is, like, the new setup for the stream, like, the new content that we want to try and do, like, trying to figure out some sort of schedule, maybe. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Yeah, sure, why not? All it proves is I was in the dressing room anyway. Don't do a thing to prove I killed Shisho. Maybe true, but... Bucky's the one who bumped off Shisho. Sagira's insisting that she visited the dressing room before Master Tornado was killed, so it would see. But if you keep on her, she may slip up under pressure. Sounds like a plan. So we'll do the third one.
Hold it!
Did you find your masters? Why is it only saying one viewer when you and Panda are flirting? Okay, so there could be a couple of reasons for this. If you have the stream muted, it does not count as a view. If you do mute the stream, instead of muting the actual video of the stream, set the volume to like 1% if you're not online. What's another way? I think the only other thing that might affect it is like how many streams you have up, but I don't think that makes a big difference. But most of the time when there's more viewers than there are it usually has to do with either if you've muted the tab, there's no, if you mute the actual browser tab, okay, if that's the case, that means that's weird. So I'm trying to think, that's what usually how you fix it. It's usually got to do with, if you mute the player from Twitch, it doesn't count as a view, but in this case, you have to mute the tab, so... what's the other reason that would be the case? I don't really know. I actually don't really know. I'm still figuring this out myself. But that's mostly how I would fix it. Sometimes audio counts as a view, but for some reason live info isn't accurate. Sometimes, okay, that might be why as well. Actually, you know what? I can check something for a second. Yeah, so I just refreshed my Twitch stats and it also tells me that there's one viewer. I think that might be why. There might be some wacky thing. It's weird. It's weird. It's Twitch. It's fine. The only other thing I can think of is that it's got to do with the amount of streams, but I don't think that's the case because Panda's been in my streams multiple times, and his views are always, like... I guess the only one thing you could do is if you tried refreshing the browser. Maybe? That's the only other thing I could think of. It's weird. Okay, I've not figured out Twitch enough to know what the actual solutions for all of the problems are. I'm assuming that it has to do with, it's either that or Panda's chewing the cables again. Panda's at Twitch HQ chewing the cables again, so, yeah, like, he must be doing something. But hey, it might refresh itself at some point, I don't actually know. Yeah, it could just be wrong, like, that's another thing. Sometimes, because one thing I've also noticed is, like, if there are people let's say that there's people lurking in my stream, right? Let's say I have 5 people in my stream that are lurking and not saying anything, and then I get a raid. That somehow reactivates all of the people who were in that stream. I don't have a watch time, thing, actually. I can add one. I can probably add a command for that. It's weird. It's weird. I'll add one of those. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'll add a watch time. That's easy to do. Not right now, though. Well, there was a sake and a half-eaten manjo on the table. I didn't see anything out of place or whatever in the room, though. It's one of these weird things on Twitch. I have seen this happen before, where I've had, it's almost like when you get a raid from somebody, it reactivates it reactivates like, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like, let's say that somebody had 10 viewers in their stream, and they were just, and it was only showing up 1 on the tab. If I got a raid, it would then bump that stat up for some reason, and include everybody in the thing, but then I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Of course it is. What do you think? You didn't change anything around while you were in there? Didn't do anything. Look, I'm telling you. Didn't see anything near this fun near Shisha. Didn't touch anything in the ring. But yeah, most of the time, whenever it comes to a problem, it's usually Panda. It's usually that. Someone spilled. He could have spilled soda on the Twitch. You know, could have spilled soda on the console at Twitch. Pressed the big red button that says "Don't press." Who knows? Yes, I request that Garu's last statement be added to her testament. Yeah, try and avoid saying something like that, Panda. Yeah, try and avoid that, please. What is a statement like that going to do for us? Just play along and you'll see soon enough. I have no problem with adding that to the testimony, but how about you, Miss Sykes? No problem with that either, Your Honor. What is Simon thinking? So this got added to the testimony, and then we can present the,
Hold it!
So I just want to confirm, I didn't see anything at all unusual out of place anywhere near around the victim. Already told you, nothing. Didn't touch anything at all in the dressing room. How many times I gotta say it? No, I didn't touch anything. Wait, but then, is she saying she didn't see? You window immediately saw when she checked the victim's body? Does that mean it wasn't there yet at the time? Oh, hold on. Yes, there was something. What is it? Soap making equipment was already there in the room. That means Bucky must have been there in the dressing room before me doing something. Thanks for the non-help. Well, a new statement has been added. She's still sticking to her guns. She said she didn't see anything unusual in the dressing room. But that strikes me as a little strange on its own. Really? Why? If Master Tornado really is the one who left that, you'd think Gabriel would have noticed it. And if Master Tornado wasn't the one who left it, then we must ask who did. You know what I'm getting at, don't you, Athena? That's one thing I could also probably ask if whenever Havoc comes into the stream, if he comes into the stream, I can probably just ask him how to fix that, because he knows a lot about how Twitch works. So maybe there's something that he can explain about, like maybe there's something to do with it's one of those weird things. I'm trying to think what else it would be. It's like usually you just refresh or just like do the volume thing. Really appreciated Simon's help. I've got myself to come up with the answer myself this time. Is what I'm saying completely out of context when it comes to the thing? Like, if I randomly just say while you're fighting monsters, Panda, look out behind you, there's a dancing starfish or something. Is that gonna distract you? Like...
Objection!
Gary, you said that you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master. You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room. There we go. Hang on a second. Okay, so now my now it's updated. Now it's updated. Now granted that also could mean somebody else just came in. On my OBS, the viewer count just went up to 2. We'll see how it is in about like 5 or 6 minutes, because that's usually when, if someone drops in and drops out, that's usually when it counts. So if I wait about like 5 or 6 minutes, that will Whoa, what if it's that? Hang on 1 second. Winky Dink just said that his phone was about to die. What if one of the reasons why is because when you are using your phone, it goes after so much percent of being it starts dropping certain features. So maybe it like changes something in terms of the... Could that be it? Question mark? I've not thought of that before. Because you know how if you're using a tablet or a mobile device, after like so much percent, it starts dropping certain features so that it can stay up longer? That could be why. That actually could be why. I've not actually thought of that. Or it could be just someone else joined the stream. That's the other thing. That's another thing that it could be. I have no idea. I would have to ask someone who actually knows. Then I wonder who left that dying message with the karate cards. What are you going on about? Hadn't been that Bucky. Sorry, but that's not possible. Because only 3 people know of Uendo's personalities. Uendo, your master, and you. When we popped her balloon, if Bucky had left the Karuta message, he wouldn't have spelled out Owen. He would have spelled out Uendo. What it boils down to is this. As a member of Tornado's school, you, Garu Tornado, are the only one who could have left that dying message. As the person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tornado's killer. Oh, you rather quit your yapping?
Objection.
You are like wretches clinging to the spider thread of salvation. Allow me to cut that holy thread from the heavens and bring you back down to earth. Would you quit butting into whenever things start to go out to go my? Would you quit butting in whenever things start to go my way? Pardon. Silence, child. Playtime is over. What did you just say? As the witness stated, she went into the dressing room and soon came back out again. But the victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. There was another reason that compelled Garu to leave at once. Garu, would you please relate said reason to the court? Yeah, this is weird. It's like, it's now gone back down to 1. I'm not gonna try and worry about it. Like, again, we'll get up to the thing anyway. It's weird. I think it's just Twitch doing something, or like factors that I don't understand. I don't want to show you this, but I guess I've got no choice. Keep your eyes peeled, because here it comes. Oh. My hand is all swollen and red. What happened, Garu? If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat. Allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. Typhoon Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room. Gabriel was lucky to still be alive, considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air. Good thing I left pretty quick. Managed to escape with just a mild reaction. I touched Shisho as he was being carried away, and look what it did to my poor hands. It must have been soba broth in his clothes or something. If I'd inhaled any of that soba flour, I'd have had a seizure. It would have been good night, Garu. Never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long. A person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with soba flour in the air. And certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either. This isn't good. You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy. As if I would do anything so underhanded. I was simply trying to protect the privacy of this witness. I'm sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it out in the open, yeah? There's buckwheat allergy. I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, got an allergic reaction. And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me. Look at my hand, just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage. Did not realize that was your emote, Benji. Havoc's here as well. Welcome in, Havoc. Hope you're doing well today. Havoc, I have a question for you about Twitch. We noticed that, like, even though 2 people were talking in chat, like 2 people were talking in chat. Okay, now it's at 4. Now that's weird. This is what I mean by weird. Twitch is weird. 2 people were talking in chat before, and it's only counting as one of you, and then all of a sudden now we have 4 in chat, and it's counting as 4. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room, which is weird. Because I always thought that as long as you muted the player, it was fine. Or muted, like, or kept the thing to 1%. So the way the counter works is active viewers. Yeah, it's weird though, because Panda and Quinky Dink were both in stream, chatting, and, like, putting in emotes and stuff, and it wasn't counting as the, it wasn't counting a view, but yet now it's fine. Okay, there must have just been a delay then. A weird delay. Because I figured you know a little bit more about how Twitch's, like, algorithm and viewer stuff works. Does it look like I know? Protect the privacy of the witness, my foot. What a dirty tactic. Because I've also noticed, like, if I get a raid, for example, and there's viewers that weren't necessarily, like, active in the stream, it sort of, like, reactivates their thing and counts their number further, which is weird. I've noticed that's happened in the past. Now, what do we do? There's only one thing to do. My alert's not working. Hang on one second, my alerts aren't working. Someone just followed and I didn't... Somebody just followed and, yeah, but look, you look at your stats after that stream and it says you had the... Oh, okay, so that's... My alerts didn't work. Somebody just followed and no alert went off. Hang on one second, let's check if Streamlabs it's an update. Give me a second. Does Streamlabs need updating? No alert played. I also probably shouldn't be opening, like, That's weird. You could help if you're a mod? That's weird. Hang on a second, why did my, gameplay just... Oh my god, remote play just disappeared. Because I opened up Streamlabs, it just disappeared. This is why I don't like Streamlabs. Because if you open up Streamlabs, it, like, closes the, it closes the game down. Oh no. Okay, let me get this back up real quick. I made a mistake. It's weird. Now, I got a notification that somebody followed, but I also didn't get a, it didn't show up on the stream, like my, on my alert. Where is this? Fix this, please. Remote play. Yes, there we go. Sometimes every now and again it will, like, it gave me the alert to say that, somebody followed, the stream, but, I didn't get the alert that showed up on the, like, if I, you know, thing. So I thought Streamlabs might have broke. Because I can see who follows and who doesn't follow. As well. Oh, on ABS. Alright, I've updated Streamlabs, if there was even an update, but... it should be fine. The prosecutor sat Monk to shame with your cross-examination. No matter how small, I find it's an opening break a testimony down. Yeah, you know what? I think at this point I'm gonna... Well, when I get to affiliate and I make my stream, I will probably... I think it might just be better to, It might just be better to have some people mod. Just for these other technical things that for some reason just don't work. I don't know why. Like, I'm not using, so, for my OBS assets, because the follow thing was working before. For my OBS assets, sorry, for stream, I use Streamlabs for the alerts, so that's why usually if it, breaks, I usually have a thing. Again, I think that's what I'll do. It just seems like it's better to... I can handle, like, the blocking and all that other stuff, that's easy. I can handle, like, the blocking side and all that sort of stuff, and handle it while I'm on my own, but if there's some sort of technical thing that pops up, then I can probably, like, having other people to verify if something did or didn't work properly is also a good idea, I think. also a chance the person who followed wasn't in my stream. Like, they might have just actually just followed because they saw my link on the on one of the servers. That's also a chance, because I found there's been some weird things with OBS. If I have OBS closed and somebody follows, it doesn't update the goal on screen, but it gives me the notification on OBS. And so I have to force the update, I guess. Lying about this sober allergy of yours, right? Of course not. It's around the grave of my father up in heaven. You can even get your doctor's certificate if you want. Seems to be telling the truth. I've had all this allergy for as long as I can remember. Never dropped in a million years and declare me a murder. You'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flour to boot. Yeah, it's weird because OBS has my number, right? OBS tells me I've got 214 followers. After that person just followed. And then the goal is on Streamlabs. It's made on Streamlabs, and it's supposed to update according to what, you know, thing, and it's just weird. But it is what it is. Again, more OBS problems. Well said, Your Honor. We'll leave it at that. Probably worrying about it a little bit too much. Give you that there was quite a bit of flour scattered about in that dressing room. You went in to pay your respects to your master regardless. You don't know about Streamlabs? Yeah, I kind of just use it as a... I would never stream on Streamlabs because of, like, I didn't like it. But I use Streamlabs as like a plus add-on, if you get what I mean. Like, OBS is my main streaming software, and then I use Streamlabs for alerts and like if I have to add some other stuff, which in this case I had to do that because of how OBS was working. Yeah, but like I said, it came right back out. I mean, the soap making tools are right there. But I believe I was careful not to breathe in any of it. Yeah, it's I don't think Streamlabs or StreamElements are necessarily good streaming programs to use for a mainstream, like main streaming, but they're good like add-ons to have as your like do everything else that I don't need to do in OBS. So OBS runs the main stream, but Streamlabs does like everything else with what it's doing. Don't be ridiculous. Would have sacrificed death before Shisho did. Yeah, I guess you're right. Get a grip, will ya?
Hold it!
Stream elements for the custom commands. Ah, yes, oh, okay, I get what you mean, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, that's what I was trying to say, I guess. It's like, it's stream elements and labs seem like they're like, if you want to do certain elements that you don't want to be done on OBS or on your other main software, it's... Yeah. Yeah, that's, that makes sense. Maybe there's a twist here. I can actually allergic to dogs and not sober. You kidding? Bring my little Jukamu in there. I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling you, I have a genuine, honest to goodness sober allergy. Defense, the witness clearly has an authentic allergic to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless. Oh, for a second there, I think you were saying, oh, you have a message for... That was what you were talking about. You're talking about that you have a message for... Oh, the 8-ball as well, yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing you have a message for, like, no one advertising in the channel and stuff. You heard the man, lawyer girl. Alright, fine. I was just starting to think the same thing myself. Doesn't mean I have to like it, though. Probably got this allergic reaction on my hand. Yeah, because I touched Shisho. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they had a, they had that. I feel like I'm just very lax with my rules. I'm very lax with my rules just because it's like most people aren't gonna, like, no one's really gonna get that much out of it by, like, advertising my stream in the first place. It's not like if I had like 500 viewers, that's a little bit different, but even then, it's like, you know, that's easy to get rid of. I mean, like, maybe follow for follows, but at the same time, it's like, I've met a few people through follow for follows, so it's like, I'm kind of more lenient for that. Plus, if, like, they're also trying to get to affiliate, it kind of helps out. Allergic to soba. Does that mean you're allergic to the noodle broth too? It's mainly just the art scammers and the, well, art scammers and, mainly art scammers and, what is it called? Bitcoin stuff that's been going around, and the viewer bot things. Like, the viewer bots are fine because they're just easy bans, but like the ones that are advertising the damn pay for viewers crap, which is I don't know why that why. Like, I was fine messing around with the art ones, but now that I have, like, several people that I know who do art, it's kind of like, okay, this is, like, kind of just, like, yeah, I think that bot would, cut out the... I guess the only things the bot wouldn't cut out would be the, would that be the one... The only ones it wouldn't cut out are the ones that follow and then, like, the ones that I got yesterday came in, followed the stream, and then were posting in chat. I think they're the only... I think everything else gets blocked, right? Or does it, like, have a database that it searches? Don't you know anything? What an amateur. Sorry, do I look like a doctor to you? Yeah, follow bots are hard to cut out, but, like, at least in the case of the follow bots, they actually have to follow my stream, and then they have to talk, and it can actually just boost up my view count for that period of time. Plus, we can, like, mess around with them for a little bit. Like, I'll take advantage of that whenever I can, and then get rid of them. Anything that's sober in it, or anything that's touch sober is like poison to me. Plus, Panda was, like, on the ball with that yesterday, with the Discord stuff. The funny thing is that I checked my phone after stream, because I always check all that afterwards, and, one of them replied back to me and was still wanting to talk about, they were still wanting to talk about that, the same thing. Like, even after we had, like, that giant, like, discussion in chat, they still wanted to, talk to me about the viewership bots. And it's like, why? So I just ignored them. Like, no point in, not getting anything out of a Discord conversation. I'm gonna cover all my bases, but the murder possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room? Objection. That is out of the question. Why, you've been asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now? I mean, like, again, even if they were not bots, let's say that these were actual people, right? Let's say that these are actual people. Someone's coming into my stream randomly and telling me I should pay money to get viewers. And then also makes fun of people by trying to say, oh, people do follow for follow and you're just stuck here doing this. And it's like, yeah, but first of all, I don't do that all the time. And second of all, like, since when is a community, like, doing that in the first place? We're helping each other out whenever we can. Like, like, even if this was a real person, you've come into my stream, you've basically, like, tried to advertise yourself. One, which is, you know, already bad. And then two, you're trying to deceive people. And then you're insulting the people that watch my stream. So, no, just once you've outlived your usefulness, you can leave. And they've been banned, so they're not gonna come back. So we'll wait for another several months before we get another one. Yes, I have to agree. Offense can't go wrong, so just new premises without basis. Watch it for you. She didn't take a single step from this dressing room around the time of the murder. Yeah, I might take the art ones a lot more seriously. I might just typically it's weird. Usually they start the conversation out the exact same way. It's usually like, hey, how are you? What game are you playing? And then it's like, oh, how would you like to do X thing for the channel? We haven't had one of those yet in a while, but that's typically what happens. It's the same. You can usually sense it. And also just like even if you tell them no, or you tell them, hey, I already have someone doing something, or this, they're very persistent. And, you know, someone who's an actual person would should be able to take no for an answer. And if they don't want to take no for an answer, then they can just leave. Gary could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made. Finally, the time has come for the last rites of the victim to begin. What would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? Yeah, I've seen them enough as well to see the patterns, but I also know that they added to a view, so that's why I kind of stole them out. Like, maybe that annoys some people, because I'm not being able to stream and stuff, but like, again, I know what their intention is. Most of their intention is just to leave, and just, you know, if I can get that little bit of extra, like, you know, if I can take advantage of that while I can, I will do that, but obviously, like, once it doesn't matter, like, once that point doesn't matter, I'll probably just be more, strict. If I see people promoting art in my streams after the affiliate, I think I'll just, ban them out of respect for, you know, people who actually do take art very seriously. We don't need any of that. Like, don't even bother giving them any attention. Just, get rid of them immediately and move on. There's only one thing to do. What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you? It's just the worst of times when lawyers have to force their big smiles. But yeah, I guess that is one thing as well. Like, some people do like, I do like to do that as well. Like, in someone else's stream who kept getting bombarded with the art bots, we kind of just kept saying in the chat, it looks like we found another one, here's another one. Like, they become very obvious. They don't even try to be different. Like, I'm not saying I would want to be a scammer, but like, if I had the assets that people who did those types of scams did, it would be so much like, you know, trying to do that, it's not hard, you know, but they want to get the people that will easily fall for it. That's the issue. Like, that's the issue. Like, I can stall these people out for as long as possible, but I also, you know that I'm other people's time as well, and it's like, but you know, I feel like it kind of just disrespects people like you, Panda, where it's, you know, like, people who actually do, legitimate artwork, you know, legitimately, like, thing, and it's just like, anything with links I will always block just because, it's links. Okay, there we go. There we go, it worked this time. Thank you for the follow. A follow a lot works this time. Thank you very much for the follow. So I guess I just need to reload Streamlabs. That's where you go. Wrong, I do have a rebuttal. Don't you think you're around, Athena? Don't try to figure out how Gayru, who is alleged to sober, could commit the crime. Figure out how Gayru could be in that room and not have an alleged reaction instead. Okay, I gotta put my drunk voice on again. Gotta put my drunk voice on for a person who's never been drunk before. Okay, get ready for the slurring. Let me breath. Maybe if I were lump of regular flour dough for your udon noodles. But I'm Threth, my Thoba. And you don't let Thoba don't rest. It's all about 3 Threths. Grind the buckwheat flour, Threth. Cut the dough, Threth, and both of this. The best drunk voice? I wouldn't know what a drunk voice sounds like because I've never been drunk. I know what people who look like when they've been drunk are thing, but I mean, I'm trying to think of a good example for myself because I don't drink. My sister doesn't drink. My mother doesn't drink, and my father who did drink. Whenever he would do that, he was a happy drunk. He didn't seem any different to how he would normally be. So like but I think that's also because he in his youth would drink a lot, and he would be himself. He was no different to how he normally was, which is, you know, the best kind. I think that's the best kind of, like, the person who doesn't change whatsoever is the best kind of drunk. Appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting, do not disturb. Yes, that's not what I saw. After reading that, you would have think Shisha was napping. I must know I'm allergic to buckwheat. Mon Dieu! What if a certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Geiru couldn't have committed this thing. I've also got to update my goal. I will do that in next stream. Next stream I've got to make sure that the goal gets updated because I am at 215 follows and this is showing 210. So because I now know that I'm like 5 followers away from that, I need to make sure that I fix that up. All my slides, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruler. Sure, I can't overturn facts, but what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now? Which piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please point out this to the court. This evidence proves that Gary could have killed her master even with a sober allergy. Probably the... This evidence proves that Geiru could have killed her master even with her sober allergy. I'm guessing... Okay, so let's say somebody had an allergic reaction to something. I don't know, in this case soap. If they had an allergic reaction to something, there would be a way to touch the thing they're allergic to without getting it on their person. And the only way that I can think of in this case would be, like if they used something to, hold the soba dough. And the fact that this is ripped off of something could mean that they could they have used this? I guess? Unless it has something to do with the handwriting, but I'm not really all that sure, to be honest. This must say there's note. Note? Preposterous. What possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note. True meaning? This note does not mean I am resting, do not disturb, as we had assumed. But rather, it actually means this dough is resting, do not disturb. Oh! Hang on. turn. Okay, so this is from the camel. It's from the camel thing, right? We have the wrapping here of something, which I think is where all the buns were, and the wrapping of this. So they were getting it from a different thing. Because I thought it might have been something where it was like, oh, they used the because if you had an allergy to something, if you wrapped it in something and then used it, you wouldn't get the allergy because you're not technically touching the thing, right? I guess it depends on the type of allergy. Like if I'm not allergic to peanuts, but if someone with a peanut allergy, if there was a peanut that was wrapped up in like, enough paper, they shouldn't get a reaction to that because they're not technically touching the nut. That was what I was trying to get at, but I guess I'm completely off on that base. Wait a minute, Athena? That doesn't make any sense! Right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky taught us many a time, you don't let sober dough rest. What's all this jibber-jabber got to do with anything? This is it, the home stretch. This note of Mr. Wet's words have led me to the conclusion that Master Tornado was... Oh... I see. Not making anything, making soba noodles, making udon noodles. Well... I'm not a noodle connoisseur. I'm not a noodle connoisseur, but I'm fairly certain udon noodles are like spaghetti, right? Udon noodles are like... Panda might know this question. Panda is a noodle connoisseur. Soba noodles are like your... udon noodles are like your spaghetti of, Japan. Aren't soba noodles like the real thicker ones? They're the ones that they use in the thing where it's like in the ramens and stuff, isn't it? Soba is thin. Wait, soba and udon, which one's which? Because I'm getting a bit confused now. Because these people make soba noodles, but there could be a chance that there could be something different. I'm not sure which ones are which. Udon is thick and white. Speaking of which. Yeah, udon is thick and white. Wait, but hang on a second. You wrote udon is thick and white, udon is thin and brown. That's two different. That's describing the thing in two different ways. Which one is it, Panda? There's udon noodles and soba noodles. You've written udon for both of them. Because I'm not familiar with, udon is thick, soba is thin. So these noodles here that he must have been making, because he was making noodles. You're thick and white too? I mean, human noodles also exist, right? Well, they're called something else. Just change the first letter. You'll get what I'm saying, wink wink, nudge nudge. So he must have been making soba noodles if this is the case, because soba noodles here are thin. Udon are the thick noodles that they use. Am I delicious when boiled and served with soy? You'll have to find out. You have to wait and see. Tonight I will bathe myself in soy, and, I'll wait for you to, boil me in a pot. And we'll see what the results are. And we'll do it on stream, so that way we can get some conclusive evidence. So in this case, he would have been making, in in this case, he would have been making udon noodles, right? Yeah, udon noodles. Victim Typhoid Tornado was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead. For Conker. The layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour for udon. Actually, it was totally possible for Gary to be in that room and kill her master. Okay, I get it now. So she has an allergic reaction to... She had an allergic reaction to one of the things, and he was making a different type of noodle, which is like, okay, well then that would counteract your feeling of things, so... What if that's true? It changes everything. Your Honor, the defense requested the floor in the room be tested immediately.
Objection.
Be careful, Panda. Be careful, Havoc. I've heard that Panda bites. He's a biter, not a fighter. You have to be very careful. But so, noodles were found in the bowl. Geru did have a reaction on her hand. How do you explain those things? Well... Even if I bought udon flour instead of soba, you still cannot prove Geru committed the crime. But... Use your nerve now! Keep charging forward or you'll feel my blade at your back! For the threats already, I got it! Talk about pressure. Alright, Athena, take a deep breath and go over everything again. Alright, everyone, time for, brain blast time. Time for everyone to put their thinking caps on. Everyone who's been paying attention in class today has to, get all these, questions right, or else, you will have, be, put into detention. Where you'll have to watch Panda teach you about gardening. Nobody wants that. I'm gonna re-visualize the case from start to finish. Find conclusive evidence that Gabriel committed this murder. What was Master Tornado making in this dressing room? Soba, udon, or ramen? He was making, soba. No. I don't know, he was making, udon. Never mind. I got that wrong already. No one saw that. No one saw that I made a mistake. That mistake was not made. You cannot make a mistake. We don't make mistakes in this stream. We're always 100% accurate. Just walking away now. By my logic, Master Tornado must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room. Something at the crime scene indicates otherwise. What was found in the bowl on the table? Soba, udon, or ramen? It would have been the opposite, because he was making... It'd be udon now. Huh? Hang on a sec, I'm making mistakes again. I'm gonna bow my head in shame now. Made 2 mistakes. Okay, this is what happens. I only know one type of noodles, the noodles that you eat. I'm not familiar with soba. I know what soba noodles, and I know of soba noodles, udon noodles, egg noodles, but I only eat them. I don't know which ones are which. I don't know which ones are which. Just pick the answer with the... I did it again! I picked the wrong answer again! Okay. I'm choking now. Soba noodles were found in the bowl. Even the master wasn't making soba noodles were found at the scene. So that means the noodles have to come, had to have come from somewhere. Wait a minute, one mysterious serving of soba noodles? That sounds familiar. Where did the soba noodles in the bowl on the table come from? Gary made them, a catering service, or the master's soba stock? I don't think she would have made them, because they wouldn't have been any good. Catering service wouldn't make any sense, so I'm guessing that he had some on hand somewhere. I can't say that I've had the whole... I can't really say I've eaten a lot of, Soap was found at the scene from the master's stock of uncooked noodles. Then why would the culprit go out of her way to put that soap and put it into the bowl? I feel like I eat more pasta than I do noodles. And the thing with pasta that's weird is like, so with noodles you have the character, like you have soba, udon, egg, yada 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 yada. When it comes to pasta, you have different types of pasta, but the way that you define which pasta it is typically by the sauce that it goes with, in combination with the type of pasta. So they kind of go both hand in hand. If somebody says someone's having carbonara, that typically means, like, it could mean spaghetti, but it could mean fettuccine as well. Why did the culprit cook the soba noodles and put them in the bowl? She liked soba to hide, it would have to have been to hide the udon dough. Havik has the right intentions in this stream, I can tell. Havik's got all the answers. That was obviously the correct answer. Soba was found at the scene. So that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. Why did the culprit take the udon away and hide it? It must have been because killed him with the udon dough, killed him with the soba dough, or she has a grudge against udon. I mean, this is where I'm going to get confused between all the different doughs again. I think she killed him with the udon dough. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Give me more noodles and yeah, that makes sense. Bulk buying noodles makes a lot of sense. For a lot of people will probably say that if they're like shopping on a budget, they're probably buying them really cheap. Noodles are very cheap. That, again, that's why 2-minute noodles. It's like one of those things with 2-minute noodles or whatever. Udon dough was the real weapon used to kill Typhoon Tornado. The reason why no weapon was found is because Garu got rid of the dough somehow. The real murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. And undeniably prove Garu's guilt.
Objection.
Even if we could find this dough, what makes you think that it will be prove she is the one? Please recall Owen's eyewitness testimony, Prosecutor Samadi. The injury in Gary's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, and Gary's blood must have dripped down onto the dough used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Where is this conclusive evidence? Let us hear your theory on where this murder weapon is. Well, if I can't find the answer on the evidence I have on hand, we'll lose this trial. So how did Gero get rid of the udon dough? Think, Athena, what do I have that points to that suspicious behavior on Geru's part? Now then, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. Where is the real murder weapon hidden? Nice barking you did there. I assume you have the butt to back it up. Stop distracting me, especially not right now. Alright everyone, this is probably going to be the last piece of evidence, because usually what happens after you do the brain blast, like, multiple choice question thing, it usually is like the last bit of evidence after this is the end of this case. This piece of evidence can point to the location of the hidden murder weapon. I'm guessing it has to do with this. Oh, I see what's happened. Oh, that's what they did. This. So the murder weapon wasn't on the scene because Gayru made dumplings and fed them to the dog, who then buried them in the backyard. So that's where the remaining dough had to have gone. Because there's nothing else here I can suggest that would give us any clues. Because the hidden murder weapon we're thinking is the dough, so the dough had to have gone somewhere. So the only place the dough could have gone is it is either being eaten or made into something else. So she killed the master, and then fed the dog the dumplings that had that killed the master.
Take that!
What is it? I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about a murder. Stuff that cute act in your balloon hat. I think we're ready. We're gonna see a breakdown, I think. Gary got rid of the dough she used to kill Master Tornado in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of the prosecutor Blackwell's nose, by feeding it to her dog. No, I don't think we've cracked onto it now. Of course, now it will make sense. I was puzzled as to why Gary, who should know her own dog's eating habits, would feed Jugemu more than he could possibly finish. Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard right away. And what should the police at the theater be looking for exactly? Jugemu must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around his doghouse. Dumplings that Gary made out of the udon dough with her blood on it. This is preposterous. Thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way. What are you blathering on about? You still have work to do. Now, by your hand, let's finish this wretched case off, Athena. You got it. Gary, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed? The truth's revealed? Be a balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it? Well, now the truth is out. It looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop. Alright, is she gonna like, let's see what happens. Alright. Do we, is she gonna like pop a little... Alright, the prosecutor's been knocked out. What's gonna happen to all the balloons? Are they gonna be popped? I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit that name. But then Shisho... Why are my balloons bursting? Daddy, are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl. Wait, why did they actually do that? They actually did that as well. They popped her Badonkadonks as well. She actually had no, she actually had balloons there too. Are you ready to tell us everything now, Gayru? The reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name. Stage name? You don't mean... Window Tornado? You know, I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did the stupid balloon thing that Shisho wanted, I'd inherit the name someday. Master Tornado gave the name to his junior disciple. You barely got a charger. Yeah, that's okay. It's all good. We're actually about to finish the case. We just popped all of her balloons. That's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show celebrating the name succession. So that was your entire motive? That anybody else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It's my whole reason for living. Of all the days you could have taken your revenge, why did you choose the day of the show? So I wanted to pay Uendo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all the Tornado fans were gathered. Then Uendo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Webb. Now we know the whole story. There's just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday? Oh, I didn't. When I saw the soba-making tools, I was worried about my allergy. It was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it. So it was a premeditated crime. Premeditated, sorry. But in the end, you only went through with it on impulse. Then the alleged rash on your hand. Is it from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands? When you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death? Yeah. By that time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy. Gero, how could you do all this, you idiot? Get your desire to inherit your father's name. What you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart. His heart? Also, Winky, we were thinking that one of the reasons why it might have gone and done that weird thing if it wasn't updating correctly, I thought for a second it might have been because you know how when a phone dies or a tablet's starting to die, I was wondering if like that actually does something to Twitch where it's like, oh, to save power it like modifies something in some way. I've never actually thought about that until you actually brought that up. So I'm wondering if that actually happened, if that's an actual like thing that could happen with Twitch, like if you reach like below 5%, does something change so that it makes the number different? No, Your Honor. Miss Athena Sykes. It's the first time he's used my name. I shall be sure to remember your name. Really? It seems he finally recognizes your proper adversary. Thanks, that's all I ask, Prosecutor said Marty. It looks like there are no further objections. Why let Priest bring in the defendant? Alright, time to get that not guilty verdict, everyone. And move on to the next, we'll be able to do maybe like an hour and a half? Probably? 2 hour and a half, 2 hours more of, the next chapter? Ah, good. It seems you've made a full recovery. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Bucky Wright, not guilty. There we go. Everyone get the... Now we get the, confetti raining from the, heavens above. We, solved the case. Got our client off. This court is adjourned. And yes, there is an actual explanation or an implication in this series that somebody actually does put confetti in the area so that if there's a not guilty verdict, that they can have confetti raining down on after the case is solved. May 13, 11:55 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 6. Congratulations, Bucky. So glad you were found innocent. Yeah, it's just like how all every every court case ends in confetti celebration. You know, when Johnny Depp won that court case, just rained confetti the entire time, and he was they were singing the Willy Wonka, the Oompa Loompa song, the Oompa Loompa theme song. Traveling with Sugar D. Still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. Wait, you mean that pandas don't wash the dishes after they're done? So you have two personas. You have a panda persona and a human persona. I didn't know that you could come out of the, I didn't know that you were allowed out of the suit. I don't think so. Uendo said it was a spur-of-the-moment idea he got when he saw the sober-themed cards. Simon, where have you been? I stopped in Uendo's question. Uendo's questioning, I should say. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim. No way. Almost got convicted out of convenience. Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky. More important note, what I really want to know is, why didn't Master Tornado let Gabriel inherit her father's name? What do you mean on a more important note, Miss Chickadee? Don't be such a wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Now come on. Think the Master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business? Oh, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Gabriel to find her own calling in life. To perform whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name or Bakugo. Making udon was his way of showing his support for her in her new endeavor. That's why he called you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon. A more roundabout way I've never seen, but that's Master Tornado for you. So that this entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding? How sad. By the way, Gabriel wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on. Even though the person in question still seems unaware of the Master's intentions. Talking about me? Come on, no way! All that old man ever did was criticize my sober. It's not true, Bucky. There must be a way to make Bucky see just how much Master Tornado cared about him. We have the deed. Like, we actually have, we found the deed on his possession, so the deed holder is actually him. So if the Master didn't care for him, why would he have a thing? Wait, why are we running? I have nothing to run away from. I live in Australia, we can't run, we're surrounded by water. There's nowhere to run in this country, I have no escape. Like, if you know, if global warming happens, like, this country's going under the, we have the deed. Yeah, we're gonna start a new life now, guys. I'm gonna retire from Twitch. We're gonna open up our, a soba shop.
Take that!
Just gonna serve some noodles. We're gonna have a panda mascot. He's gonna go around dancing around the area and he's gonna give us give out samples of our food. We're gonna tour the world. It's gonna be a we're gonna call it Panda Express. So take a good look, Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of this title deed? Still in my name. Master Tornado was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner in your father's stead. He used some tough love on you so that the shop wouldn't just go belly up. See, never knew. Like, the one thing that's so weird, the one thing that's weird, well, I keep saying the one thing that's weird, there's lots of things weird about this game. People have always wondered, does Phoenix get paid? Do these characters actually get paid for their services? Because it seems like they just don't. In some cases, like it just seems like all this stuff that we go through, it's like we aren't getting, we're in the same position. Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to your expectations. Thanks, Simon. You too, Miss Chickadee. One day my saber's gonna be so good it'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation owner of Wet Sober. Wet Noodle number 4. Well, I better be going back to my shop. Gotta get ready for the lunch rush. Hold on. Can I place an order for delivery, Bucky? Yes, Miss Chickadee. To deliver a bowl of udon to Giru on behalf of the master. You got it. I'll make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tornado would have packed in it too. See you. Should drop by the shop sometime. I will, and bring the whole agency with me. Yeah, what we should have done is We should have taken the deed. We should have hidden it. Do us all proud, Bucky. Well, the best sober in town waiting for you when you come. Peace out. Impressive on him, though. Like, the guy carries all that sober on one hand while he's on a skateboard. As you do. It's nice to see somebody giving it their all, isn't it? What if I leveled up any thanks to this case? Don't kid yourself. The trial would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side. You don't know that. For a lawyer who's versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively. Or you could just teach me your famous mind tricks, Simon. Way to shut someone down. Why not? Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. So it's in my best interest for you to remain green forever. Hey, what about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the wool pulled over your eyes by Uendo? Must you remind me? How could I have known Uendo would do time sober? Hey, speaking of time server, I just thought of something funny. Oh goody, I can't wait. Okay, here it is. In time sober, why didn't mon number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon? How should I? Because 7, 8, no, oh. Okay, Athena, I've heard that joke before. Because 7, 8, 9. That's why. No, Athena made a joke. She said, why didn't number 9 get counted? And then it's like, because of 7, 8, 9. Ah ha 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 ha! Double knee slap. Knee slap. Yeah, I've heard that joke before. Simon basically said that he was going to teach us about time sober, which, it was like there was a story. That's why. You haven't heard that joke? Okay, that explains why you were excited. When you've heard jokes like this before, you don't laugh anymore. You get no reaction. Thank you, I'll be here all week. That I should have known. Come on, let's go get sober or something and go home. Your treat? I'll treat you to 50% of the tab, and don't forget, you still owe me for that manju. Really, Simon? Wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while, you know. Quit squawking and start walking, Athena. Yeah, time to, eat some manju buns, drink some sake, eat some, noodles. Wait for me. In the case of Panda, drink some sake, then drink some more sake, then drink some more sake, then eat some noodles, then drink some more sake. I still have a ways to go as a lawyer. Just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me. Gotta get there someday. Well, it's never too late to try. It's never too late to try. I'm sure that you will. After all, I've inherited their passion for our courts and the law. I'm terrible with French. That's another thing that people don't know about me. Anytime I have to do a French accent in a game, or when I've done that, it's always terrible. It sounds really bad. So, je peux le faire. I can do this. I'm not snobbish enough for a French accent, unfortunately. Alright, that is episode number 40. Only took us about an hour 45, so an hour 40-ish. We are on to the last case, everyone. Last case for the main game. So again, when we get to the end of the main case, I end stream early anyway, but we still have one more case after the main case, but that's DLC. So we are on to episode 5, everyone. Turnabout Revolution. We're going right into an investigation chapter. So that chapter had no investigation period. No investigation points at all, actually. So we only have 2 more episodes to go. The episode 5 and then also the special episode. And then we'll be finished with the game. We can move on to something else. We can, well, when I say move on to something, I move on to a new game. Because there is a chance that if we do get the Edgeworth Investigations collection soon, that will be the next game. We will do the Investigation collection. Because that's 2 games, and they're 2 games I have not played at all before. I haven't played these either, but 2 games we haven't played before, and also it's a new perspective. We get to play as the prosecutor, I believe, instead of the defense attorney. So that'll be interesting to see. Alright, episode 5, Turnabout Revolution. We are in the end game, everyone. Also anime.
It's time for a revolution!
That's far enough.
Who's this?
It is I, the Plat Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm.
Good people of Kurai, we can't allow things to go on like this.
The Defense Culpability Act has done nothing but produce countless victims of wrongful convictions. The time to act is now, for we, the Defiant Dragons, have obtained the ultimate weapon, the Founder's Orb. And to the Garenian regime, make no mistake about it, I will personally dethrone you. A dragon never yields, nor will he rest until his revolution is complete.
Alright, there we go. A16, 11 AM, Write Anything Agency. So, last case of the main game. It looks like we're playing as Apollo. We're not playing as Phoenix. I think we're playing as Apollo for this last case. That's interesting. So, what was that? That's just email, okay. It looks like we're playing as Apollo instead of, Phoenix. I wonder if this is, I wonder if there's a reason for that, because, again, we saw the photo in the 3rd chapter. Apollo is the adopted son of that guy that we just saw who was talking in the anime, scene. And we saw a picture with him and the prosecutor, so I'm assuming that the prosecutor and Dirk are somehow related to each other. And also that Apollo and the prosecutor are potentially, I was going to say half-brothers, but they're not technically half-brothers. I guess they're adopted brothers, potentially. Like, why else would you have a photo of them together? Like, I think we're going to have some family drama in the stream today. And this concludes our report on the recent television hijacking incident in Kura Inn. But really, who could have anticipated such a surprising turn of events? Did you hear that, Polly? Someone hijacked the airways over there. It's like something out of a movie. Alright, you know what I should do? Before we go and, like, begin, the 3rd chapter, because we're going to be doing investigation, which is going to take a while anyway. And we'll probably, hopefully, get into the trial at the start of the next stream, or close to it. I'm going to take a quick break. And let's just get, some stuff. So, I will, bring up the, time for music portion of the stream. So everyone can jam in the chat for a couple of minutes, and I will be back shortly. So, yeah. Alright, we are back. We are back. We have returned. We have returned. I need to get LD volume back going. Well, actually, the volume was already back. Unmute microphone, unmute game, mute desktop audio. Alright, we are back. We are back with, everyone joined the jam session. You can see Panda very much, is having a bop in chat. Alright, let's see how far we can get with this. Hopefully we, are able to... So the thing with this is that this is the final game, final case of the game, outside the DLC. So we're probably gonna get a lot of trophies in this one, I'm thinking, but we'll just have to wait and see. So potentially the upload could be longer than normal. So I have to just wait, or at least I won't have to worry about YouTube delaying my upload if I have to do that. So, 'cause typically my uploads are faster if I have to actually do stuff, rather than like last stream where it was like just a longer upload, but I didn't have to really like do much. Dirk, what are you up to this time? Wait a second. You know the TV hijacker or something, Apollo? You could say that, but it was a long time ago. Why do you know someone like that? I mean, they're calling him an insurgent. Yeah, about that. Hey, now, is that any way to talk about the man who raised you? Wait, you're here? Hang on one second, how is this happening? Hey there, Apollo, long time no see. How have you been, son? How did you get here? We just saw you in the, like... We just saw you in the thing, like, huh? It's that guy that was on TV. Guilty as charged. Surprised to see me, Apollo? Yes. I was not expecting to see you in the law offices, but just beamed in for in. Boy, are my arms tired. This can't be happening. I must be dreaming, or hallucinating, or both. No, you're not, Apollo. It's a TV hijacker slash insurgent in the flesh. So confused. It's the hijacker, sir. I have so many questions I don't even know where to begin. But let's start with that bit about the man who raised you. As you just, you know. Wait, don't tell me you haven't told anyone about me, son. It's okay to brag about it. Tell everyone your old man's me, the rebel Dirk. I mean, my face is all over TV these days. I'm practically a celebrity. Tracy, what did you do? What do you say we close up early today? Also, I like that the same eye that he doesn't have is the same eye that Apollo had patched up in Dual Destinies. I'm wondering if this has to be a coincidence. Like this has to be a meaningful thing. Like they knew exactly what they were doing with this character. Hey, let's give the guy one eye, but you know, give him an eye patch, but have it on the same eye as the thing as a reference. What? Why? Oh, come on, son. No need for the cold shoulder. Now I'm gonna regret this, but... What do you want, Dirk? You just showed up here without warning after all this time. What gives? Came all this way to see you, son. Come, rejoice. Right. Why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? Oh, okay. So maybe there's a little something I need your help with too, but... The fact is I came here to see you. That's the honest truth. Yes, I think we've established that. Figures. Haven't seen him in 10 plus years and he's already asking for a favor. He really is a rebel in the purest sense. He Just does whatever he pleases. Come on, Polly, I need details. I'm crying, minds want to know. Okay, hold your horses. First, I got a few questions of my own. Okay, first of all, we're not going to ask him any questions, because I'm assuming that's going to pass could potentially force us out of this area. So instead, we're going to go and examine all the stuff that we can in here, because, you know. Like this, floating spaghetti, for example. More magic props. Oh. I've seen a ring like this before. I used to be quite good with these. Really? Why don't you show us? Well, if you insist. I'll show you the act of daring do I used to perform to supplement my income. First I have to light the ring on fire, then I jump through it. That's a fire hoop. This is a kid's toy, Dirk. This is one seriously cluttered office. I mean, do you really need a piano here? Well, it has sentimental value for Daddy, you see. Yeah, but this office could use a little help with its bottom line. What if we sold it? Polo! You better give me a cut of the proceeds when you do. Money before memories, huh? This office's finances must really be in dire straits. I mean, we could have had a deed to a shop, like that would have been cool. We could have just packed up and like, we could have gone and just you know, owned a wheat noodle shop. That would have been cool too, but no, we had to do the good thing and go and give it back to the other guy. Like, we had a chance. What's with this bright red jacket? Who would wear such a garish thing? Maybe one of our clients forgot it there. Forgot it here. I'd love to get a look at the man who dared to wear something like that. Me too. No, I don't wear it much, but she has to know it's mine, right? This is one of those contraptions for cutting people into pieces. How do you know that, Mr. Dirk? Well, it just so happens I've been in one of those myself. Really? Have? Yes. Once when I was being held prisoner by Minister Inga's secret police. They tried to torture me into revealing one of my compatriots' hideouts. What's a torture device? This is a magic prop, Dirk. Man, I barely escaped the thing alive. Well, you have my respect as a magician for your death-defying spirit. Again, beanie in the... This will help us with a trophy, I think. That's Charlie the houseplant. You know, my hideout used to have a houseplant too. We called it a polo. I bet it was a cactus. How'd you guess? Because Polly's hair is just as spiny. Hey, leave my hair out of this. He has a prickly attitude to boot. Better quit while I'm ahead. Interesting? That didn't give me a trophy? Did I miss one? Did I actually miss one? I'll have to check. I might have missed one. Why, this is Apollo's journal. It's doing at the office. That's just progression. Let me check. Is it for just progression? It might be for... No, it is. It's for... Okay, there is one more. There's one more later. So I'm guessing we have to come back here at some point. So there, if you weren't aware, in these games, there's like what is it? References to what do they call them? Recurring references, I guess. In all of the games that are modern day, interacting with Charlie the houseplant whenever you have a chance to get a new conversation, get you a trophy. Also, another one is whenever you see a ladder or whenever you see a ladder in somewhere, you click on it, and they always have an argument about whether it's a ladder or a step ladder. So that's also a thing in these games as well. Characters arguing over whether it's a ladder or a step ladder, and in the the Great Ace Attorney games, they have arguments over whether it's a shovel or a spade. Let's see what he wrote. No, don't! There's nothing in here. This calls for a special spell. Presto Diario. Why, there's writing appearing right before my very eyes. Like I said, it's magic. Now go ahead, read to your heart's content. Wow. I mean, give me that. I thought for a second I missed one, but it's like, there must be another instance maybe in this chapter or in the DLC that we go back to this, and talk to the plant. But yeah, there's always discussions about the plant, always a discussion about, like, ladder versus step ladder and shovel versus spade in the, other ones. I think we've done everything in the beginning here. Let's have a conversation with Dirk, shall we? Pleased to meet you, little lady. My name is Dirk, so... There we go. Samadhi is the name of the, Samadhi is the name of, prosecutor. I'm, well, a rebel by trade. A rebel? On TV they were calling you an insurgent. So which is it? Personally, I vote for a rebel with a cause. A real headache for anyone in your way. True, see? You got me there. I'm the head of a resistance group. The Defiant Dragons. We're like the good, the bad, and the ugly, but without the good part. Kura-in, I'm like the boogeyman. Bogeyman? Okay. To me, that's bogeyman. I'm assuming they're supposed to say boogeyman. That's bogeyman. Bogey as in, like, he must be subpar at golf. Told how parents used to speak their kids straight. So yeah, this is the, if it's boogeyman, that's supposed to represent the monster or whatever. Bogeyman sounds like somebody who's just not very good at golf. They always they're always over par. They're always one over par. That's too bad. You seem like you'd be a fun, cool guy to hang out with. Just lays a real catch, son. I'm talking bride material, if you get my drift. Wait, what? Oh, stop it. You're embarrassing me. Dad? Oh, I mean, obviously that seems like what it's teasing. She's a plucky one, alright. Someone plucked me out of my misery. Now, about that man who raised you business. Foster father. What did Mr. Dirk mean when he said he's the man who raised you, Apollo? Truth is, I grew up in the kingdom of Kura-in. Did I, never mention that? Oh, so you grew up in... Kura-in? Wait, are you saying... You're not from here, Polly? No, it's just I was raised in Kura-in when I was really little. Still, that's a shocker. It's like I hardly know anything about you. How come you never told me? Paul, you really haven't said a word about your past, have you? What, that I was raised by a wanted criminal? It's like a bad joke. It does sound rather melodramatic. I doubt anybody would even believe you. So you two haven't seen each other in a while, huh? You could say that. I'd wager it's been at least 10 years. Wow. It's a really long time. Yeah, well, I figured he'd forgotten about me. Not a chance. It's just, well... starting a revolution takes time. Keeping it going even more so. Been a wanted man. Couldn't just hop on a plane to say hello. You get it, it's fine. Though truth be told, it's weird having Dirk suddenly show up acting all paternal. I'd even almost forgotten about Kura-in. No, that's not true. Probably tried to forget about it on purpose. Now then, Mr. Dirk, what is it we can help you with? What is your request? Usually when people come here, they need a lawyer. Or they just need to, like, need us for something. I need to get my hands on the Founder's Orb, the most sacred treasure of Kura-in. That's where you come in. Did we not find the Founders Orb? I'm trying to remember if we did. We found the way into the hideout. Founders Orb? Wait, but didn't you say you already have it in that broadcast of yours? Don't go believing everything you see on TV, little lady. No one's seen hide nor hair of the Founders Orb for some time. No way. So that was just a bluff. What are you going to do if you don't find it? I don't know. Guess that just means we have to find it, son. Because I can't really back down now, can I? Different years, same old Dirk. It's all coming back to me now. Hold on. I think I read something about this in the newspaper a while back. Something about you guys stealing a sacred treasure from a temple's treasure room? That's a lot of crock. We didn't lay a finger on the orb. Really? Yes, racist allegations, all of it. Our enemies really found a way to keep us on our toes. Oh, so it's like a setup. That's the long and short of it. My compatriot has been hot on the orb's tail. Just the other day, his hard work finally paid off. We now know the Founders Orb is in Kurain Village. That is where Maya is from. That's where Maya is from. Maya is in Kurain. Is there some sort of tie with the thing? Kurain Village? Yes, I hear there are spirit mediums there. They even have direct relations to Kurain. Spirit mediums? Right. Some doctor of archaeology there supposedly has the orb. His name is Archie Buff. Our defiant dragon compatriot has already made contact with them. We also have Dirk's thing here, 45 leaves of defiant dragons, and the man who raised me, he was a lawyer once. Apparently someone asked the doctor to study the orb. So whoever asked him to do that is the real thief. Most likely. Do you think this guy will just hand over the orb to you? My compatriot, Dats, says Dr. Buff has already promised to do so. Seems he knew it had been stolen and wanted to do the right thing. Dats, I remember running around with him when I was a kid. So he's here too, huh? Paulo, I want you to be present as my lawyer when I take possession of the orb. Welcome in, Strahd. Hope you're doing well today. Hope that your siege games have been were going well, or continue to go well, I should say. I mean, at this point, we're being asked to do something. We pretty much have to. If we're being asked to do something, typically the answer is we have to do it. Are you going to bed? Have a good stream. Have a good stream. Have a good rest. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest. But right, I was about to say have a good stream, and it's like, yeah, you've just finished streaming. I don't think that you'll be streaming while you're asleep. If any of us get to that point, we'll probably break. I think only Panda can do things while they're sleeping. Only Panda is capable of doing that. Anything I have to worry about? I don't think so. I think we just have to accept the thing. Fine, but I'll charge my standard fee. Now tell me about the Founders Orb. Alright, Founders Orb. You're looking at Space Marines 2 and you're tempted. I wouldn't say that's a game that I am interested in. I like watching people play it. But I think the main reason I'm staying away from the Warhammer games is because there's so many of them, and I don't think there's a straight way to be like, which game, where do I start? I'm not sure if I would necessarily want to play them, just because there's so much stuff that I probably don't already know. Oh no, Pan is you're going to drop some lore on me, are you? Oh, just the Emperor thing. mean faceless? Images of the founder, the Holy Mother Kura Inn, never show her face. To depict it is to commit the greatest taboo in Kuraianism. I mean, so you're basically just saying, like, just kill, basically. Just kill everything, and just, whatever the Emperor says, just do it, and then, yeah, just everything dies. That sounds like, exactly like, yeah, what it is. Men in mech suits take orders from a higher up to go around killing things. Greatest taboo, huh? I wonder why. I mean, what could she have looked like to make them hide her face like that? As of the founder's orb was discovered during an excavation 8 years ago. That's an interesting legend that goes along with it. It's said that there's a riddle to the orb, and that any who can solve it will receive immense spiritual power from the founder herself. But yeah, I know you were saying you were tempted earlier in Nook's stream. You were saying that you were... I mean, my knowledge of Warhammer is very limited in the first place. It was just like, I have some experiences with it, but I just, I always found the figurines interesting, the tabletop stuff. Like, when I saw, like, again, my local game store had, like the actual setup, the full setup, all the figures lined up in the right spaces, the actual, like, the actual, like, settings, like, with the mountains and whatever. It was actually, like, a really cool, like, little setup. Again, this was, like, ages ago. I'm talking about, like... Whew, how long ago would it have been? Probably, it would have been, like, PS2 era, so talking, like... 23, 25 years ago. I remember as a kid seeing all the, all that stuff. Yeah, I remember seeing all the, all those types of things and just really liked them. The actual figurines and stuff. Like, my knowledge of Warhammer is basically, I've seen some figurines, I've seen the cool-looking characters, and that the characters themselves are usually pretty powerful. They deal with a lot of powerful things. In any case, it's just what us Defiant Dragons need to get our revolution started. With it, we can gain the spiritual power and thus the legal authority to rule Korean. Wait, suppose I believe this legend. Anyone could become king or queen? And that's why you think it'll help you overthrow the Garani regime? Only the rulers of Korean have ever laid eyes on the Orb Apollo. Legendary treasure that displays immense spiritual power. How far did you get, Serato? Did you get past Emerald? Or are you still in the Emerald City? Whoa. What? Hang on 1 second. This is a record. This is a record. 4 of them? 4 of them all with the same link. Hang on, give me a second. Yeah, maybe I should invest in this thing. That's a record. Be gone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, I think, at this point. It's like 4 different, that's 4 accounts. That was 4 at the same time. I've never had that happen before. I'm gonna get the, I'll get that bot to get rid of it. Again, more things I need to do when I reach my, Yeah, they've been spamming me tonight. I've never had 4 in a row. That's a lot. I think they're all gone now. Yeah, they're all gone now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're all gone. Yeah, they definitely are. What's weird is that I sometimes never get them when I have, like, a lot of views, and then sometimes I get, like, 1 or 2, but 4 of them in a row, that sucks. But yeah, where did you, before we got interrupted with the, thing, are you still in, Emerald, 2, or if you, dropped a little bit? Yeah, D&D and Warhammer seem like they've got a little bit of, It wouldn't have mattered. You didn't miss anything. It was just the spam bots. They're not gonna reply back to you. They don't even count as a view, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have left them in there. But yeah, D&D lore sounds like it's very, very vast. So I could understand. Yeah. Short stories is probably better than like a long story that you don't know what's actually happening. It's a little bit more difficult to think. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. It was just four bots all at the one time. Can't say I've ever had that before. We're growing as that shows that we're growing as a streamer. Twitch must be paying attention. They're sending all the view bots after me. They're like, we need to get you to the affiliate goal, so we're going to send the cheap viewer bots at you. Doesn't that sound like something you'd want to see your own two eyes? Yeah, I think that's one thing that I'll do. I'll just get some of the things out of the way. Again, more things to improve on when I get to my goal. Add a bot that gets rid of the spam. At least the annoying ones where it's just going to clog up the chat for no reason. Because my chat window on OBS is very small, so it pretty much knocked out the entire thing. So get the bot to remove those, and then I think I'm gonna give some people mod, just to if there's anything else that they would like to, I might just do that. Again, main reason I haven't given anyone any mod was just because trust issues. But, once you get regular viewers and stuff like that, I think it's important for me to actually take care of the channel. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I can mostly do everything myself, but it's nice to have, a couple of extra hands in case I'm doing something else. It's like, hey, I want to, No, I'm not gonna... No one's gonna feel like I'm gonna force you. I'm gonna ask beforehand, but, I will, I think it's nice to just have some extra security, if that makes sense. We need to have some extra people, that I'll just make clear that, if I do that it's not like a requirement to be in my streams. I can pretty much handle everything the way that it is, but I would just like to have, some extra management, maybe. Yeah, that's what I only mod for one stream, but whenever I see the bots pop up, I just ban them. That's pretty much all that I do. It's not really anything that I would think. It's just does sound just a tiny bit intriguing. Candace Orb added to the record national treasure of the Kingdom of Kurai Inn. None but those in the royal family have laid eyes on it. I haven't even, added any badges for anyone else. I have VIP badges, I have other stuff, but I just haven't really gotten around to doing that, because I have to, go into the thing and do that myself. But I haven't thought about it, again, I know who a lot of my regular viewers are. I feel like I keep talking about my channel all the time instead of the game, but that should just about cover everything. Any other questions? And right now, almost forgot. Thought you were present. Eat up, son. Oh, he gave us a... Never mind, he gave us a sushi platter? Looks like it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's if I'm doing a speedrun, I might not have if that happened again during a speedrun, I don't have the time to be able to ban all 4 bots, so or deal with something else necessarily. If I'm actually doing something that requires me to concentrate or something, then at that point I can't really thing. But that's the thing. It's the thing with mod is it gives people a lot of power, and I want to make sure that if I give that to people, it's people that I trust, not just thing. It's a trust thing for me. And again, I'm very lenient when it comes to my stream. I will allow pretty much anything. As long as it's not racist or homophobic or sending bad links to things, because I have to actually manage that. Because yes, you can be banned from Twitch. if somebody, you know, if for example somebody posts a bad word in chat, I'm not gonna say it, but if people post that and you don't block it, you can actually be banned from Twitch for not moderating your chat. So, yeah, that has happened in the past to some people. So it's just one of those things. Figured you probably couldn't afford 3 square meals a day, so... Yay, I was just thinking it was time for lunch. You're digging too, little lady. After all, we're practically family, right? Thanks, Dad. Oh, that tuna looks good. Plus, I guess with mod, it also gives a little bit more power to what... Because I'm still not sure how to do certain things with Twitch. Like, for example, how do I make a... you know... Yeah, I want to do, like, fun things in games as well. Like, if we have a choice-based game, and I know that we have to... it doesn't really matter about that choice, I can be like, hey, let's do a poll, and just, like, who wants to go this way, who wants to go that way? Like, viewer interaction, that's what I'm mainly aiming for. I'd like to have more viewer interaction, because I do enjoy streaming for viewers, but that's why I'm gonna try and do the sum of the channel points as well. Like, hey, let's pick a game, and, like, out of this list, what games would people like to see? And then we can play that and prioritize that first. And, you know, get some, you know, meet some new people and do all that sort of stuff. It's all very fun. So, sushi's got your name on it. Aren't you hungry, son? This is some of the best sushi you'll ever have. I'm good. Yeah, I don't necessarily, like... I've never considered myself... I feel like I'm not really, like... Sometimes I don't think I know my own limits. Like, sometimes I'll be in Sawada's stream, and I'm not sure if I'm pushing him too far or not, and it kind of confuses me that I don't know if the reaction is necessarily good or bad. So I kind of just, like... Sometimes just go silent about, like, should I be going this far? Should I calm down a little bit? You know, like, because again, I am a, like, oh, the fake pandas still crash you. How did I know? Okay, so the reason I knew is because pandas typically don't laugh. They're very, docile, I guess you would say. Yeah, it's banter, but at the same time, I kind of feel bad. Like, because I know that if, I'm clowning on somebody, it's like... Again, I will openly admit to everyone right now, if I played Siege, if I played Overwatch, if I played any game like multiplayer thing, I'm getting carried. I guarantee you that I am... How many pandas do I know? Actually, I know 2 people that are pandas. You and somebody else. I actually watched someone else that's a panda. They're actually a VTuber. Well, they're actually a VTuber, so I know more than one panda. I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally. So it's not racism if I hate everyone equally. And yeah, I'm definitely not being racist. No. No, it's neither of those, actually. So I have one more question. One more present for you. Here. No, it's not any of those. You probably wouldn't know any of them. You wouldn't know any of the people that I would know as Panda. I've rated them a couple of times, but it was before you were, a part of the community. But they're a real panda. They're not a fake panda, so yeah. There's like a difference. I have to differentiate it. So I only know one fake panda, but I know one real panda as well. So I've got to differentiate there. There's a real and a fake panda, but we differentiate those. Picture of your father. It's been 3 years since he passed away. Hang on, let me get my bottle. Panda tears are very precious. Like, They're very precious, they're very rare. His name was Jove Justice. Jove? I haven't talked to you about your real father in some time, but as you know, he was a musician, a wandering minstrel, if you will, and a talented one at that. They say they're an aphrodisiac, but you think it's nonsense. I mean, I always heard that if pandas wanted to breed, they have to be left alone, so unless that's happening, then yeah. That they have to be left alone. So if we want that to happen, they have to actually, you know, do stuff. So we gotta actually leave them be, let them do their thing. Why are you giving this to me now? Thought it was sad you didn't know what your old man looked like. I searched high and low to find that one picture. What's wrong, Apollo? Don't you want it? I don't know. I mean, it's not like I ever met the guy. Well, I went through all the trouble of finding it, so go on, take it. Don't ever let it go. You hear? Photo of my father added to the court record. A picture of my biological father, Jove Justice, who died in Kura Inn. Oh, now that our bellies are full, what do you say we hit the road? 1 second. Hey, Tracy, any idea where Athena is? She left early this morning to pick up Daddy from the airport. Oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Wright is coming back today. Yeah, but I wonder why you cut his trip short like that. Anyway, shouldn't you have been back by now? Knowing Athena, she probably got lost. Oh, there's no point sitting around here waiting. Let's get going. I can't wait to see that super mysterious treasure. To Crane Village, then. Found us all the weights. I guess we're done here. We don't have to talk to you anymore. We don't have to examine anything anymore. We can just move to the village. Let's go. I feel like you were about to say something, Panda, because you wrote on a side note. I was wondering what you were you waiting for me to reply to that? Tonight you make metal bleed. Oh, so you've actually bought the game, did you? You caved in and bought the game? May 16, Kurain Village. So this is Kurain, the mystical village of spirit channeling. Oh, you heard a knock and went to check it out. Okay. That was just me. I was just checking to make sure that you were, just making sure that you were home. Where ancient traditions come alive. Looks like a really peaceful place. Love the air here. Nothing beats the mountains, huh, Apollo? Come to think of it, I used to live way up in the mountains too. Just like this. Sure brings back memories. Those were the days. 3 of us living happily in peace. Still can't wrap my mind around it all, you know? Mr. Dirk is not only Polly's daddy, but Prosecutor Samadhi's as well. Okay, you're downloading it now. The way you two talked about it, like it was nothing the whole bus ride here. You actually, bought it? That's cool. Oh, I see why you think I know Panda. You must watch a lot. Do you watch a lot of VTubers? Because a lot of these look like they would be VTuber, like emotes. It seems like it would be anyway. Ooh, I guess both would count. VTuber, PNG tuber. Guess it is a lot to take in. So tell me, Mr. Dirk, what was Apollo like as a kid? It was full of piss and vinegar, he was. Real rascal. He and Ayuda used to run around in the open fields, naked as jaybirds. We've even got pictures of him posing in his birthday suit. Whoa, whoa, Dirk. Oh, right, you exist in every stream. I forgot, yeah. You're a part of the Twitch algorithm. Everyone just downloads the Panda Protocol update, and you get like a notification whenever anyone's live. No way, plus to get some money used to be like that too. Two of them would end up with leeches on their butts and cry like babies. Dirk, do you think you've said enough? Oh, you're no fun. Yeah, I wanted to hear more about the misadventures of Polly. Hey, what are you people doing here? Oh, it's Emma. Nice. I guess everyone's gonna be reuniting for this. You know this lady, son? Yeah, this is Emma Skye. She's a detective. Technically speaking, I'm a forensic expert, but I'll let it slide. We have not been back to Kurain Village, I believe, since... I think the second game? I think we've been back to the second game. Oh god, the emotes. There's so many emotes. There's so many emotes. These are like... For some reason, I'm imagining that if you've ever seen Toy Story, where it's if you've ever seen Toy Story 1, where Sid's questioning about like you know, Woody, and he spins his head. He's like we see everything. You know, I imagine that's you, Panda. You have to be like Woody from Toy Story in that thing. You see everything. Nothing is hidden from you. Anyway, I can't say I'm surprised to see you here. You always seem to pop up whenever there's trouble afoot. Still, what are the odds of running into you here in the boonies? By trouble, you mean you're investigating a case? You might be Santa. I have my doubts. Are you sure? Santa is red and white. You're black and white. Wait, don't tell me. Find no bike? I mean, I can do without the bike, you know. I don't need a bike. You can take it. Oh, so you're punishing little Billy because of something that I said? Like, what did little Billy do wrong? Next thing you're gonna tell me is you're gonna punish little Timmy for being stuck in the well. How'd you know that? Actually, on our way to meet with him right now. Figures. Well, follow me. So you must be bad, Santa, then. You're like the opposite of that. You don't give out all these presents. You're holding off on the children. What did the little children do? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, son. Just follow the nice lady. You know what? We can examine, like, the area. Yeah, how is your foot, by the way? Wasn't your, are your feet still swollen? So I hope that they're better. Welcome in, NSG. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome in. Did you see the GT trailer? I think it was yesterday? Did you see the GT trailer for Sparking Zero? Because that got me a little bit excited. I was happy to see that. Phone booth and a bus stop made of wood. They both look really old. Hardly ever see phone booths in the city anymore. Paulo, what's this glass box for? Guess you hardly see them in Korean too. Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. We're just chilling at the moment. We made it to this is the last case of the game. We have still a DLC case, but we're doing some investigation right now on back to humble beginnings. Actually, we haven't been back here in a long time in the series. It's a big boulder towering into the sky over there. According to the sign, it's called the Kurain Boulder. Also, it says that a spirit dwells within it. A rock with a spirit in it. It's called Aminism, the belief that spirits dwell within inanimate objects. They probably enshrine this boulder as a sacred object. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Like, chat's popping off. Stream's going very well. We're progressing really well in our game. I would have liked to have started a little bit sooner, but just YouTube didn't permit me to want to start earlier. It like took an extra 2 hours to upload my my stream, so I just decided to start a bit later. But it should be okay. Just means that the upload for tomorrow is going to be smaller, so I should be able to start earlier, hopefully, maybe, sorta. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really happy that Baby's in the game, because if someone asks me who's my favorite character from GT, like, the transformations and stuff are cool, but Baby Vegeta is my favorite character in GT. Like, as bad as GT actually is, like, having rewatched it, like, not that long ago, Baby is, like, my favorite character from that, probably. Like, all the villains are really good. Super 17, Baby Vegeta. I like the Shenrons, but Baby Vegeta is easily my favorite character from thing. I've always loved that character. The tradition of worshipping such objects is similar to our tradition in Korean. Yeah, so with GT, I watched it when it originally aired in, like, what, 2010? GT came out 20 years ago for... when I was in, my last year of primary school, or, I guess the best way to say it would be, yeah. I was in my last year of, like, primary school, when GT aired, so that was 20 years ago. For the very first time. And I rewatched it, like, a couple of years ago, and I was, like, ranking all the episodes, and I was having more trouble figuring out which episodes were worse than which ones were better, but the Baby Saga always stood out to me. I've always liked Baby Vegeta as a character. And Baby is a concept, like, it's just a really cool, thing. It's always been a really fun character to... Seeing those mountains really takes me back. Remember when we used to live high in the mountains to escape from the government? So you don't live there anymore. Oh, needed a more convenient place to lead the revolution from. But old Mountain Hut is still there. You getting homesick, Apollo? You can come on back to Kurain any time, you know. Oh no, I'm fine. Besides, I've got a lot on my plate here. I've been back here in such a while. It's just a peaceful little thing. Yeah. Oh, you're in your late 20s? I'm in my I'm in my early 30s. Like, I was a kid back then too. I was I would have been turning 12? I would have been turning 12, yeah. That year. 20 years ago. That's why, like, the whole Cartoon Network thing was, that's why that whole Cartoon Network thing was, like, them getting rid of Cartoon Network after all this time, like, even though I didn't have Cartoon Network personally, my grandmother had Cartoon Network, and when I was over there, I would always watch Cartoon Network quite a lot, and, like, those memories, like, I would not have, I would not be an anime fan without Cartoon Network. I would not be, you know, there'd be so many shows that I got introduced to via Cartoon Network that, like, it's amazing, like, you know, it's the end of an era, you know, they got, without Cartoon Network, I don't think anime is as popular in the English-speaking audiences as it would be. Like, anime in general owes itself a lot to Cartoon Network. It opened up so many people's eyes to Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball Z, Samurai Jack, all the really popular cartoons and animes, Sailor Moon, Card Captors, like... I would not be the person that I am today without that. Looks just like the traditional thatched roofs they use in Japan. All we need now is some samurai with top knots, a few ninjas, and a cuddly mascot. When was the last time you were in Japan? I think we've got nothing else to talk about with this guy right now. Nothing else is really popping up on my screen. Yeah, there's a long lifespan with that. Like, so Cartoon Network was like to get Cartoon Network here, I would have had to have paid for it, so, but there was every day before school, like Monday through Friday, there was a show that would start at, like, 7. There was a show that would start at 7, and it would air until, like, 8:30. And it would have Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Digimon on it. And I was up every morning as early as possible. I would prepare myself for school the previous day, just so I could get up early and watch the cartoons. Like, that was my jam, every single time. And then they added in other stuff, the thing like with, Top 5 of all time is really hard, because, welcome in, Nook. Hope you're doing well today. Hope that you, did you finish, Space Marines? We're just going over a lot of our nostalgia for, Cartoon Network. You did? Congrats. Congrats. How many deaths did you have by the end of the run? $36. So that would be like, you said that you have to, for it to count as a death, you have to, is it 3 times you have to die? Something like that? Yeah, top 5 favorite Cartoon Network shows would be really difficult, because there's a lot of stuff that was older that was on that. Like, I got introduced to Scooby-Doo for that, I got introduced to Flintstones because of that. Obviously all the anime stuff. Courage the Cowardly Dog was really good. So I think you said something about, like, 36, like, you get 3 lives or something. May 16, Kurain, so 12 total losses. Okay, so you get, like, 3 lives with each, like, total loss, yeah. So this is Dr. Buff's study. Wow, look at all those books. Yeah. Also, we've managed to convince Panda. We've convinced Panda to get Space Marines 2. He is going to be buying the game. Panda is now going to be buying the buying Space Marines. We've convinced him. Yeah, he's caved now. He's going to do his part for the Emperor. Yes, and lots of artifacts too. A true archaeologist's paradise. Look, son, there are so many relics. They're spilling onto the floor. What a delightful amusement. Courage the Cowardly Dog will definitely be up there. If you're talking about original if you're talking about shows that are original to Cartoon Network, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Samurai Jack, Codename Kids Next Door, what else is there? What else was, like, unique to that show that I was actually interested in? It's hard, because I had crossover. I was watching free television and thing. I'd have to look at, like, multiverses. What else is there that's come out in Cartoon Network exclusively that I liked watching? Like, those would be 3, like, non-anime stuff, because anime stuff was definitely Cartoon Network as well. Yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Samurai Jack, and probably Codename Kids Next Door. Those would be in my top 3. And then you've got like the superhero shows that they would do every now and then. Oh, yeah, I watched Totally Spies, Winx Club. I watched those on free television when they were there. Looney Tunes has always been a favorite of mine, but I don't really count Looney Tunes just because that's a broad, like, that was around before Cartoon Network, so, like, I would count Scooby-Doo if that was the case. Scooby-Doo is one of my all-time favorite shows. The original Scooby-Doo. None of the original running of that is one of my favorite shows. Ben 10 was a little bit after my time. Again, like Sailor Moon, Card Captors, all the main animes that were around at the time, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, like, there's, like, it's really hard to make a top 5, because that's why I was trying to stick to, like, original cartoons that came out around that time. So I would think Samurai Jack, Code and Kids Next Door, and, oh, Dexter's Lab as well, yeah, that also exists. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, that's another one. A lot of, there's a lot of cartoons that were around in that era when I was, you know, growing up. There was just a lot of cartoons. So if you're talking like the generation of kids before me, it would be like Transformers, Power Rangers, He-Man, Thundercats, a lot of the shows that are getting remade now that are still kind of popular, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like those shows, but to me, the one that appealed to me the most was Ninja Turtles out of those. And then we have shows that were specifically made for like here and stuff, because obviously everyone that watches stuff, it's all different for everybody. Oh, where's the doctor? Oh, the thing is, he died last night. Wait, what? Seems an avalanche of books knocked him off on his bookshelf ladder. Will they be an accidental death? Yeah, this isn't good. Death already. Also, we have a couple of, Archie Buff, age 64, an archaeologist in Kurain Village. He was asked by someone to study the Thunder's War. Yeah, there's so many shows. Like, the entire catalogue of Cartoon Network is... And the thing is that, like, obviously when you're watching it as a kid, you don't understand the importance of Cartoon Network. You don't understand how important it is. But, like, growing up and looking at the business side, and hearing the story about, like, how they told him it would fail, and, like, there'd be no one would watch it, and who wants to watch all this stuff, and it's like, they did an amazing job with, They did, like, an amazing job with that. Just tell me you're joking. So they come all the way out here for a few laughs, Apollo. Yeah, I guess not. Scholar killed by his own books. Oh man, what do we do now? I mean, how can he transfer ownership of the orb to if he's dead? Yes, that is a problem. What else is that came out around that time? Like, I wasn't a big fan of Ren and Stimpy. I was never a big fan of Cow and Chicken. Ed, Edd and Eddy, I wasn't really a big fan of. I didn't really like those. It's like, again, it's kind of like the Beavis and Butthead kind of thing, where it's like, I get why they're popular, but they weren't really for me. I didn't really like them. They were just, I found them really, like, if I found them really stupid as a kid, then that makes me think, like, that gives me, like, a bad, like, impression of them as an adult, I guess. It's just one of those South Park kind of shows where it's like, I get why they're popular, but, I just never could, like, Cat Dog as well. I liked Cat Dog, that was fun. I don't know if anyone watched Cat Dog. I'm not sure if that was, like, a really popular show, but Cat Dog, I think, was, I watched that, I liked that. Let's examine first, because I think we're gonna probably have to go through it anyway. Oh, we can't. Never mind. Angry Beavers. I think I remember that as well, yeah. There's a lot of, again, look at how many shows there are that are, like, so much anime, so many original shows, so many past shows that you wouldn't have even watched if you didn't, you know that they existed, like, yeah, Hey Arnold, Recess. Recess, the you know, Recess School's Out. The that movie, I love that movie. The animated movie, Recess School's Out. That's a really good one. The actual TV show, and then like you get the Disney ones as well, like in the early 2000s, like the Lilo and Stitch TV show, the Emperor's New School, you know, all that sort of stuff. You get like there's so much stuff in that mid 90s, early 2000s portion of my life that like I watched so much content at that time. The doctor's death. So the doctor died in an accident. Received a call this morning saying Dr. Bath had been found dead under a pile of books. This morning, talk about bad timing. Mentioned they had fallen off a ladder. Arthur as well. Arthur was a show that I had watched a lot of. If you're talking about like educational like shows, like obviously like I think Blue's Clues was probably at that time. A. Clifford as well. There's just so many shows that are like you got a weird theater in relationship with it. Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of these shows are kind of dated, but at the same time, they're also free of like that's one thing that I would have to say about content now. It's like they are like shows from back then were free from like they were allowed to still teach kids, but at the same time they were also allowed to be their own thing without being too judgmental about like what people should watch and not watch. Like I think now it's a little bit too protected and a little bit too like censor-ish, I guess. But that's another thing as well. It's like it's one of those things that you share with family and friends and stuff and things as well. Like watching like shows that I necessarily wouldn't have even watched if I think like appeal to other people as well. It's nice to talk about, have like a lot of different interests and things. Apparently it triggers an avalanche of books while fumbling to reach one. That sent him headlong onto a fatal fall on the hard floor. Sad, took away his own books. But at least he was doing something he loved. For a scholar, I suppose it's kind of like a soldier being killed in the line of duty. You'd say he died an honourable death. He was the first one to discover the body. About that, whoever it was, it seems they wanted to remain anonymous. Happens now and then. Some people would rather not get involved with the police. Right to that. And being a once a man and all. What now, Dirk? Dead man can't exactly hand over the orb. We'll just have to find it. Must be around here somewhere. Just to fill you in, Emma, we're actually here to get something. Yeah, we're looking for the Founder's Orb. Definitely looking for the Founder's Orb. There's just a lot of, like, again, like, we wouldn't be having this discussion if we didn't, like, all find some sort of, like, fandom in some sort of medium one way or another. Like, that's why it feels like a really chill community. We have different, we have very, similar interests, but also, you know, like, there's even some things that I can learn about. Like, I always say to people, learn something new every day. Like, you can always find room to learn something new every day. Here and I had an agreement with the Doctor. The Doctor was supposed to hand over a sacred relic known as the Founder's Orb. Magic School Bus, that's also another one. The Magic School Bus. And they also, I think they made a Where's Wally TV show as well. There was a Where's Wally TV show, Tintin. I remember like watching Tintin. Be a problem, considering he's dead. A plan B? I have an agreement in writing. My compatriot Dats should have it. Well, there shouldn't be that shouldn't be a problem then. So Who is this gentleman you're escorting? This is Dirk. Dirk, meet Emma. Some experience different tastes, can experience something we wouldn't normally through conversation. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm always like that. I always, like, no one should ever have to feel like they have to agree or disagree with me. Like, my opinions could be controversial, my opinions could be, like, the opposite to yours. Like, I think freedom of discussion and freedom of, like, you know, like, respecting each other's, opinions and just, you know, accepting that, like, you know, not everything's for everybody, but, you know, we can all, still just get along. I'm 92, so I'm 3 years, I'm 3 years older than all of you. Than both of you are. But that's what makes a good community. You just, like, have differing opinions, and, like not always having to agree, and just, you know, having good discussions, really, like, all the way from Korea, huh? So what do you do there? I used to practice law, but I'm taking a break from all that. Focus now on making Korea a better place through volunteer work. Volunteer work, huh? How interesting. Well, it's not technically a lie. So do you two know each other? Sort of my foster father. Come again? Yeah, and he's supposed to get some money for your father too. I mean, you're Prosecutor Samadhi? I'm so sorry. It seems you've had quite a life. Guess you put a few things together. Actually, Dirk, you look kind of familiar. Have we met before? Not that I recall. Right, she must have seen that news report on TV. It'll really complicate things if she figures out he's a wanted man. Lots of guys who look like him, sure you're not mistaking him for somebody else. Are they really? I mean, a middle-aged man with long hair and an eye patch, I don't see that every day. Well, I'm sure you're just imagining things. So what does that sacred relic you're searching for look like? I mean, there's lots of stuff in here that's old and relic-y. Indeed. Fortunately, I have no idea what it actually looks like. So how are we supposed to find it? That, I do not know either. We'll just have to go through each candidate one by one. Great plan of attack there, Dirk. Well, Emma, do you mind if we give this room a once-over? Guess not. But in exchange, you're gonna help me with my investigation. Sure, it can't hurt. Can't wait to get started. It'll be like hunting for buried treasure. I'm guessing now we can examine the area because she decided, hey, like we're going to, we can actually talk now. Examine the surroundings. Some sort of machinery inside this clay figure. Oh, it's moving. Exterminate. Destroy all targets. Hang on a second, that looks like a Shunaros. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know if anyone would remember this. See this, like, figurine that's here? It reminds me of, like, it reminds me of, Orichalco's Shunaros, if you remember from the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. If you remember the Orichalco Shunaros from the anime, like it was what the darts guy used. Yeah, that's the thing with games. Like, never would anyone have imagined that like you would be able to go from couch co-op to online around the world. Like, that's what makes Twitch so amazing. I get to meet so many people in my own home that have got similar interests, that have different interests, that can get me into something, that can do all this, all this good stuff. Like, that's what makes technology so wonderful. Like, the internet, for as bad as some things can get on, you know, online with everything that's going on in life in general, like, you know, the internet is such a wondrous place to find new people and just connect, like, and I still love doing couch co-op with people as well, so, and, you know, like, as we were discussing before, I am planning to do something viewer-related at some point in time. When we get our affiliate goal, I think that would be a good idea. We're gonna expand on, the channel a little bit. We're gonna see what else we can, do with people and stuff. But yeah, we'll be, I think this is a good point for me to stop for today. We'll end on the robot that's going to destroy us. We'll leave everything on a cliffhanger. Co-op is your favorite way to play games? The issue is that I don't have a lot of co-op games in the first place, but when I do get co-op, it is fun to play games with my sister. She does, so I finally, again, I'm going, sometime next month, expect there to be Mario Party streams. We're gonna do some Mario Party streams, play through all the boards, do all the mini games, have some fun with that. Again, when I get to my affiliate goal, which should be very soon, hopefully, I think we might do a weekly or bi-weekly Jackbox stream, just to chill with some viewers and spend some time with them, talking, discussing anything. Like, we can just give some shout-outs to some people, you know, get some more networking in the chat, get some more, helpful, like, helping out everyone and stuff. Like, I definitely want to do that. I want to do more and more of that as time goes on. Just to chill, to relax, don't have to worry about, anything going on. Just have a nice time with some viewers for a couple of hours. Even if it's a thing, we'll just, and we can have it on rotation and stuff as well. So, again, I'll keep everyone posted with that. But yeah, I think this is a good point for me to stop streaming for today. We're on the final case. We're about to start the investigation, I guess, for whatever's happened. We still don't really know as of yet. We're going to, we finished the last case. We popped the balloons of the character. We figured out what happened with the thing. I mean, it was a good case. There was no investigation. It was solid, I would say. It wasn't anything too, like, insulting. It was not great. It was not bad. It was good. It was just a good solid case with no investigation, and we had to solve everything with what we had on us, which was, it felt like a very different, case to follow. Usually we've got to do multiple investigations, multiple trials. It was just a straight up trial. But now that that's finished, this is the last case. Once we finish this one off, I will probably we'll take a break, do the DLC case, then we'll have the game finished, and then we can start sorting out what game I'll play next. So I still have some ideas. If you reach affiliate before then, I will make a poll that will last the entire rest of the time we're playing the game, and people can vote on which game we play on a certain list. If not, then I'll probably just continue on with Edgeworth, I think, and see where that goes from there. That might be what the best option would be, going forward for that. So you can look forward to that. A lot more viewer interaction, maybe some viewer streams. Help give some support to some other people who are trying to reach their goal as well. We have a good community here, and a lot of our community connects with other communities. So if we can all band together and work as a team and a unit, we can definitely do a lot more than just needing to be stuck. I know what the grind feels like. 2 years of trying to reach my goal, but if I can make somebody even get there in half the amount of time than I did, or even less, then I think we have a very good community. But I appreciate each and every one of you. But yeah, we'll continue this probably tomorrow, I think, because this stream's fairly short, so I can probably get this uploaded fast enough to where I don't have to lose too much time. But yeah, I think we'll continue this tomorrow. See how everything goes. If not, then we'll just figure it out. So, with all that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Every like, comment, and subscription in this video gets me close to monetization. Helps with my content for y'all. It's one of the most system is find. I upload everything to my YouTube channel. At the moment, I'm still waiting for YouTube to fix my damn links, so I have to post everything in here, but I'll probably still keep doing this in the first place, because which is, just, in general, easier for me to post these links up. You can find all my past videos on the YouTube channel, if you miss any parts, also through my games list. Everything's all in, neatly organized. Everything is in neatly organized playlists for everyone to see if they miss a part. All my speedrun stuff as well. I'm going to start adding more things as we go along in time. Working on more Plat play passings for games we have the Platinum Trophy for, as well as switching things upside down games on the Switch. The more Triangle Research speedruns, or Godera speedruns, Pokemon Unfortunately, I'm continuing those. The live notes are getting worked on at the moment for both the individual levels and the any percent run, because there has been some changes considerably since then. The Tactica speedrun is about halfway through. The Octopath Traveler individual levels are about a fourth of the way through. And the challenge runs I haven't started on yet. But we're only 5 followers away from reaching our next follower goal. So I'm getting very behind on these follower goals, and I'll be getting even further behind on them when I get affiliated, because I'll be changing up. I'll have to start adding the stuff in for that first, I think, before we continue. Yeah. The challenge runs are going to be Genocide and Pacifist Route Edo Japan, inspired by Undertale, or I should say the inspiration for why Undertale exists is because of Live Alive, so I'm going to show off that, because I think that's a pretty cool challenge, to do 0 kills and 100 kills on that particular chapter. I upload everything to YouTube because I have a 7-minute limitation on my videos before they are permanently deleted. I'm going to be a separate place for everyone to find my content if you wish to do so. Also get a notification when I go on YouTube, Twitch, 220 followers, Pokemon Let's Go EV Speedrun. Looking forward to doing that when we get around to that. Again, 2.8 average on affiliate right now, so we're still pushing the 2.8 threshold, but today's stream, again, consistent as well. So this should also boost my number up a bit too. We'll see how it all goes. We're just going to inch by inch. We're going inch by inch. We'll take whatever we can get, and we'll just see how we go. We're getting there. We're pushing for it, and you know, we keep putting the same effort towards what we're trying to achieve, and we'll eventually get there, no matter how long it takes. I'll be here for 1,000,000 years if I have to be. I mean, I hope that it's not that long, but you know, we'll get there. So I can start working on more emote stuff, channel point rewards, like viewer rewards, badges, subscriber stuff, all that good stuff that people like to interact with the stream. If you want to make me like, I don't know, cameo or Pokemon on stream, I can do that. I have not thought about a lot of channel point rewards, but again, that's what the thank you stream's going to be, where we can just go through and discuss some ideas about what I want to do for the future and just work on them potentially while I'm on stream. Who knows? Maybe we can do that. Getting used to a lot of the things that I gain access to via affiliate. And you also get a notification when I go over to Twitch. Follow my Twitter to be notified when I go live, which I'm on Discord. I will send you an invite to my friends' Discord server, close to 2,000 members. Still going strong, playing topics and gamers to discuss there as well. I'm very active there, and you also get a notification. I'm going to go live from there as well. And finally, if you wish to know who created my stream overlay that I use all my future content going forward, you can find a link down below in the description box for that as well. It will not be long at all. We'll be fine. Like, I've still got probably 2 streams of this case to do, 2 or 3 streams of the other case to potentially do. Next week is like when Tokyo Game Show starts. I have a couple of those to do. We'll just see how it goes. But thank you everybody for watching. Before we head off though, we will always raid. If anybody has any raid recommendations they would like me to send everyone towards. Yeah, we're gonna surpass our limits. We're like Goku here. We're going to we're going to limit break. We're gonna break all limits, and we're going to surpass all of our expectations. That's all that we can do, and we're gonna help other people surpass their expectations as well. Because if my dream is to, you know, reach this and make this something that I can do all the time, I want to help as many people out with that as well. So as always, we always rate people out before we things. So let's see if there's anybody online, shall we? Anyone that I am currently watching that is streaming? No one that I'm following is streaming. You know what? Let's have a look-see. You know what? I did mention this earlier. I will be playing Lollipop Chainsaw at some point. I will be playing Lollipop Chainsaw at some point when the PS4 version comes out in November. However, let's raid up another fellow Australian YouTuber. They're doing some Lollipop Chainsaw, the remake of Lollipop Chainsaw, and I've read them before. They're really chill. They're a VTuber. They're a VTuber actually. You'll love if you love humor, if you love discussion. They're really, really good. So we'll send you all over to them. So thank you all for watching. And with all that being said, have a rest of day night wherever you all are, and I will see you all in the next stream.